From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay.
Let's go! Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
Moments like hearing my cat purr good morning mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative NBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
GimmeTheVin.com wants to buy your car, whether it's your daily driver, your pickup truck, SUV, minivan, supercar, or exotic. Give Me the VIN is also the best place to sell your classic or collectible, whether it's one car or an entire collection. They want your muscle car, your hot rod, your old square body pickup. They love buying resto mods. Go to GMTVCC.com, Give Me the VIN classics and collectibles to sell your classic or collectible car or truck. GimmeTheVin.com puts your car right on the money, providing you a hassle-free online option to sell your car for more.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, October 26th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shiple Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shiple Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
The model year-end event is at Southernland Nissan Orlando, home of the lifetime warranty.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Wednesday, October 16th, 2024. Lots to get to today. From the Menendez brothers set free, to the big money being bet on the election, and another breakthrough in the Talking to Animals saga. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Howdy doody.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Let's see those video dispatches today.
Yeah.
Go to thenewsjunkie.com to hit record on your first dispatch right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
Good.
All right. Welcome back, Christopher.
Yeah, welcome back. There he is, back from the California wine adventure.
That's
Christopher
right.
Dolores Lane is with us once more. How was your time sipping on the wine?
It was a good time. There's a lot of wine, lot more wine than I've had in, that amount of time than probably ever.
How's your esophagus doing?
Esophagus?
Is your body hurting in general?
Yeah, I feel like wine sometimes gives me some acid reflux, and if you're in the actual country in which it is being produced,
nah,
not too bad.
Some of the stuff that I tried, I was like, that's better than the usual, for that style.
It's no barefoot.
C-Land's body is like an alcoholic Mr. Burns right now, where it's perfectly built to withstand all this stuff.
I had a Denzel weekend. Did you guys hear about Denzel weekend?
No, I haven't at Denzel.
It's something. It's a phenomenon that people discovered on TikTok, that the dates lined up perfectly from this scene in Flight.
October 11th, October 12th, and 13th, and 14th, I was intoxicated. I drank all of those days. I drank in excess.
That was it.
Surrounded by paparazzi.
That's your reward for watching Jackson for 1 year, keeping him alive as long as you have.
It was good.
Happy birthday, baby boy.
That's coming. That's 10 days. Whew.
Oh, man. Oh, his birthday is so close to Dylan's. I didn't even realize that until now. So, yeah, fun times over there. You saw this thing where I wasn't aware that this was an issue that you would have to face, but it makes sense. In California, when you go to these wine places, some of them are so old that they warn you if there's an earthquake, you might just die in the building you're in.
All right, no problem.
That was like a little, it wasn't even a vineyard. That was a building that was in this area of Napa where we had lunch at one of Thomas Keller's restaurants, and then we were just walking around a little bit. And it was like a place it was like a little market that had a wine shop and a chocolate shop inside. Ooh. And I had never seen a warning on a building that was like, hey, this building is built in such a way that if there's an earthquake, don't come crying to us when you're dead.
Right.
R.I.P. to you.
But what a way to go. I mean, if I know that the earthquake starts and this very well could be where I die, I'm stuffing all the wine and chocolate in my mouth as possible.
They had some pretty expensive bottles in that room. There was in the shop that was in that building, there was a rope, and it was like, you must have permission to cross this rope. And I was like, that's where the expensive stuff is.
Sabrina would be like that. Was it Mount Vesuvius? Which one was it where there was that volcanic eruption and they found the guy that they thought was masturbating because the eruption happened and he knew he was going to die? And
I'm sorry, how do I tie into this?
If in the case of an earthquake, they'd find you with bottles of wine just emptied around you,
and chocolate all
wrappers
over my mouth,
everywhere.
Probably masturbating too. Why not?
Maybe, why not? Why not? It's the last moments of your life. Enjoy yourself, please.
But yeah, I heard a little bit of the show yesterday, and there were
sorry about that.
There were some things that that I told you were on the docket that unfortunately we did have our flight rescheduled.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So, because we had a place to go to Friday afternoon into the evening, and we had to cancel on them because we ended up flying out a handful of hours later than normal. And to boot, Ashley was convinced that because it was the first day the airport was open, it was going to be bat-esque crazy there, and we should get there nice and early to get through TSA. TSA took us 4 minutes, and then we were a good 3.5 hours early for our boarding time.
So you guys were blacked out by the time you got there.
We posted up at Outback and had the Outback breakfast and then had Outback drinks.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well, good to have you back. I'm sure we'll hear about the California wine adventure as we roll on through today and the week. Right now, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse, opening clip time. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to a protester. And a couple of things come to mind here. Number one, there are many people with big hearts and open minds who support the Palestinians, right? And then there are a lot of people who are crazy and very dumb and very unlikable who support the very same cause. Some of the protesters for this are akin to like the climate change protesters where you go, oh, God, what are you doing? You're not winning over anybody here.
But we are putting orange paint all over you.
You're throwing soup on a painting, and you're not winning me over to your cause. In fact, now I want more SUVs. I would like to fight against you here. I didn't want to do that to begin with. I like the planet and all that stuff. Well, this was a woman who was a pro-Palestinian protester. She walked by a restaurant, and at this restaurant, she saw some Israeli flags. And so she said, oh, my goodness, I can't have this, all right? Israeli flags, not while this is going on. We can't stand for it. So she yanks down all the Israeli flags at this restaurant. That's when we meet up with this lady. Here she goes.
I don't stand for it. I don't stand for it.
She's going inside.
I don't stand for this. There's genocide, and I don't stand for Zionism. And Montclair, I don't support it. There's a genocide. You know that, right? They're killing children.
All right, now she's really going face-to-face with the folks who work at this restaurant. She said there's a genocide. They're killing children.
What's the purpose? Be proud of your heritage. Y'all understand there's a genocide, right?
This guy's very confused looking at her,
His
just so you know.
stance is
all
just
right?
like,
why are you protesting
I'm just
here?
trying to set up
You understand,
outside
right?
tables, man.
There's nothing against people who are Jewish, but this is not okay.
This is Greeky.
Who's this?
This is Greeky.
All right, hold on.
What? Really?
Greeky.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was Israel.
It's a Greek flag. It's a Greek restaurant.
Oh,
my God. No idea. This guy's so confused. He's
Take the flag down. Take that flag down.
It's full of hate. Oh,
Same
no.
thing happened.
It's a
For those of you
Florida flag.
If you're new to the show at Okobi Festival,
It was the first year, yeah.
At the Okobi Festival, when Sabrina and Sealand were there was a band performing, and they saw what they thought was a Confederate flag, and they said, "Take the flag down!
Take that down! It's full of hate."
And then she was informed on stage that it was a Florida state flag and not a Confederate flag.
And she goes, I'm so stupid.
Sorry. This woman thought that the Greek flag was an Israeli flag and started
All right,
just
now
yelling
I'm pulling
at
up
these
the
people.
Israeli flag because are they that similar?
Not really. There's a color of blue in both of them, but the Greek flag is a darker blue than the Israeli flag, as I recall. And not as many stripes.
It's blue and white, but I think I think like maybe the main difference that she should focus on. Hold on, let me Google Greek flag to make sure that I have this right. Okay, the flag of Greece has a cross on it, and the Israeli flag, spoiler alert, surprise, has the Star of David.
Yes, that's one indicator. She was so mad at these people. She's like, "It's a genocide!" And sorry, wrong place. I apologize.
Yeah, double check before pressing record on the iPhone, gal.
And wait, here's the thing.
She still posted it.
Still posted the video? Wait a second.
Maybe it was live.
Still, maybe.
Doesn't matter. You can delete a live, can't you?
And you should when you screw up that bad. That is not a good one. Eddie on YouTube says, I want a euro now. Is that how you say it? Euro? I always try to get it right.
Euro.
When I was a kid, I'd be like gyro.
Yeah, that's fine. Quesadilla.
Yeah, it's very much quesadilla territory. And you go in and say this. And I love all the regionalisms. I've always been into this, the soda versus pop and all this. And now
I
we
say
have
puff now.
you're changing it up. We have Courtney's sister back in town, as I told you guys before, and Courtney goes over the other day, and they're going to get some lunch, and her sister says to her, "What do you want on your grinder?" And and for you in the Northeast, you're like, "Yeah, of course, it's a grinder. That's what it is," or a hoagie, or any of these things. And she says, "What do you want on your grinder?" And Courtney's like, "Oh." And we call them subs around here. It's just what's happening now.
I'm not gay, man.
All right, here we go. This is an update, a magnifique update, we might say. This is the type of thing you just love to hear.
Saw this morning.
We talked as the hurricane started and was headed for us, Milton. We talked about this absolute barbaric monster that tied his dog to a fence and left his dog there. Thankfully, the dog was found by law enforcement, and they took the dog.
Was like up to its chest in water.
Yep.
Like,
Already.
had they not found it in time, absolutely dead.
Dead, drowned, without a doubt. And this was still light time before the hurricane was truly having a solid impact on anything. The dog was already about halfway into the water, and an officer went over and saved the dog, and they gave the dog all the care that it needed, and it was a good outcome. Now the outcome gets a little bit better because we go over to the governor, Ron DeSantis.
We had somebody decide as Hurricane Milton approached that it would somehow be a good thing to take his dog and chain it to a post on the interstate. Well, we had a Florida Highway Patrol with us here today.
They brought the cop.
Saw that dog in distress. Dog was very rattled from that experience. Rescued the dog. The dog's now in Tallahassee. It will be adopted, renamed Trooper. But we said at the time,
this dog's world is rocked. He's got a different name. He lives in another city now. He's on
Thanks
TV.
so much. So because this went viral, now it's part of the press conference.
Dogs.
Love that.
Wait, hold on. I'm Trooper now? Wait. Imagine a little girl goes missing, and we put out all the Amber Alerts, and we find her, and then we're like, oh, thank God. Now we're going to rename you Amber. And the girl's, wait, what? Wait, what are you doing here? So we got a Trooper on our hands, okay?
you don't just tie up a dog and have them out there for a storm. Totally unacceptable, and we're going to hold you accountable. Well, I'm proud to announce that the authorities have identified the dog's former owners, and State Attorney Susie Lopez is now pursuing animal cruelty charges against the individuals.
We have a Giovanni Garcia, 23 years old, now facing charges of aggravated animal cruelty for being a bad person. And good. I'm happy to see that.
But to think this is one example. There are probably a lot of animals that were found in the same situation. A lot of people that will go without being held to accountability. I saw a video yesterday of a woman who was going into, I believe it was in the Tampa area, back and forth for the farm animals. And there was like this giant pig that was tied in a gas station. Like the owners could not transport them, so I'll give them the credit. At least they got them out of the pen that was clearly underwater and brought them to as high of ground as they could. But then they just left. And so this one woman found several goats, this giant pig, and then as she was doing the interview, was like, now we're going to go back because we believe that there's other animals over there just tied up waiting to be saved.
I don't know why people do that. There's a lot of people who treat animals in a way that doesn't make sense to me. And I know that we're kind of weirdo Westerners who sleep with dogs in our bed and treat our dogs like they're little human beings. It's weird to the rest of the world, or a lot of the world. But I still think at the end of the day, it's a living thing. And to say that a hurricane's coming and the guy said, I couldn't take care of it, I didn't know what to do, so you tie it to a fence so you can assure the mutual assured destruction of this dog and anything that gets near it because it's tied to the fence. This is just insane to me. And so I'm glad.
Not to mention slow and miserable destruction.
Right. Right. Oh boy,
if you're going to treat it like property, I hate this, but like, why? Yeah, exactly. Like,
it's more humane.
You're letting that dog suffer.
Yeah, it's more humane to do that, even though I wouldn't want that to happen. What else is going on?
Neither would I, just for the record.
Sabrina shoots dogs. Just put that down on the record.
Never
put
shot a dog.
Down.
I'd rather be shot than shoot
So,
a dog.
back in the day, you would have registered SabrinaShootsDogs.com. You would have forwarded it to her Twitter.
I don't have the energy.
What happened
anymore.
to you, man?
I'm just
lazy.
devoid. I'm lazy. I'm no energy left to put into this stuff. I'm zapped as a human being. After the show yesterday, I was kind of surprised. I guess I shouldn't be in the world of politics, but I thought Trump's event, I don't know if you saw any of the Bloomberg event in Chicago, C-Lane. I thought it was particularly bad, just really, really bad.
Is this the one with the audience where, yeah, okay. I saw a little bit of it.
Where he was talking to the Bloomberg
watching some
guy.
dumb show that was showing clips of it.
And he's like, you're wrong. Oh, yeah. He's like, you're wrong. Bloomberg's always been wrong. And he's going
been wrong your whole life.
And he wasn't even on par with where Trump was for the black journalist event. Because there, I thought he at least sparred and did his thing. Here, he was being pressed about things that he clearly didn't know much about. And I think a lot of Republicans will agree with me on this, and maybe even a lot of Trump supporters will hesitantly agree on this. When you hear Trump talking about things like tariffs, and then you hear him face questions from somebody like the Bloomberg guy who knows a lot about finance, you can see that Trump doesn't understand it. He doesn't know what a tariff is. He pretends like he's reinventing tariffs, and we're going to put tariffs on all of this stuff. Tariffs hurt American companies. Tariffs, if you're unaware...
That's why he has to reinvent them.
Right. Well, if you're unaware, tariffs work like this. If you're a company in the United States of America and a 20% tariff is put on Chinese goods, the American company has to pay the tariff, not the Chinese company. So the only way you would have any influence with tariffs like that would be that you put such astronomical tariffs on imported goods from China that these people switch to importing goods from somewhere else, say India or Pakistan or some other country where they can get cheap labor from. Otherwise, they would have to start making it in America. But to do that, which would be nice if more things were made in America, you would have to cripple whatever industry this was on the way to getting to that spot of being made in America. And then everything would get more expensive. And we're already complaining about things being more expensive. But I thought the press conference was particularly bad. And afterwards, posting about it, there were still people who were like, what are you talking about? It was good. Yeah, it was good. It was a good performance. And I said, man, we're that split into tribes here where you can't see something and go, that didn't go that great. You just watch whatever Trump says, and then you go, okay, that's what happened. That's my version of this, because here was Trump in Atlanta.
But with our victory, we'll become the greatest, strongest, freest, safest, and the most powerful nation the world has ever seen. We're going to put it back together fast. 4 years ago, we were respected. Now they laugh at us. Other countries laugh at us. I had a good interview today with Bloomberg. Did anybody see that? That was a great interview.
A what?
And brilliantly, my staff didn't tell me that. I said, who is this guy? Sir, he hates you very much. He's been after you for...
So he said it was a good interview, great interview, just spectacular. Everything went the way you would want it to go. And just clearly it didn't, right? Objectively, it did not. Objectively, it did not go well. If it was reversed and you saw Kamala Harris in the same position, you would go, man, that was a failure. But the walk away is not always that. Now, I do see a lot of independents changing up their minds, and there's some polls that are vindicating this and verifying what I'm seeing anecdotally. And this says independent voters have moved away from Republicans and towards Democrats in a 9 percentage point swing, a new poll shows. We've only got 3 weeks left until the election. These kind of swings are pretty big, actually. Gallup says 49% of independents lean toward the Democrats, while 45% lean toward the Republicans in the most recent survey. So these NPA and independents seem to be kind of distancing themselves. Unless Trump can get it together in the last 3 weeks, he may lose these people. But we've lost a lot of other people just to insanity. And how you fix this, I don't even know. Like watching the conversation about political controlling of hurricanes to get, I forgot what it was, batteries or whatever.
Well, for North Carolina, it was batteries. For Florida, it was just so that Kamala could wipe out some red counties.
Yes, of course.
So they're ginning up hurricanes to purposely hit the United States of America, which hurts our economy. So it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Also killed people. So, but if that's what you need to get votes,
it tortures people. But there are people who legitimately believe this. And
I've talked to people. I always thought, okay, you have your outliers, but of course they have a platform to speak upon it. But then actually having the conversation with somebody was baffling to me.
Yeah.
Where I didn't even know what to say. I mean, I don't believe that there was any arguing with somebody who actually believes that, because our brains work differently.
No, and the thing that I keep getting back when I'm trying to talk to these people, and I don't think they're bad people. I think they're wrong. They've been brainwashed.
Not saying they are bad people, but as far as what we are registering and how we're using our... Hello?
Sorry, clear my throat.
I thought you died for a second there.
It was only half off.
It went whoop, whoop. Anyways, it didn't matter. Wish you all the best, though. Can't wait for our next.
But the thing that Sean was just touching on, like he's like, they believe that they kill people. Well, of course they do, because they believe that they did 9/11 too, and that killed a lot more people than just a couple of hurricanes.
Apologies. Now I'm dealing with a blower and allergies at the same time. I got a 1-2 punch combination.
I'm starting to believe that he waits until you are on the air.
I was also going like, why isn't he talking? What is it? It was direct influence of the blower at that moment.
The miniest of mini conspiracy is that that gentleman does wait until he hears the...
He's a Trump fan.
If you look at and there's no leaves, he just directs it at that one wall that he has available outside.
If I went on my security cameras right now, he's right in the center of the garage door.
And he's listening, and as soon as it goes to commercial break, he stops.
So anyways, I saw that, and it just it's frustrating to see people lost in that. And whenever I talk about it with people, I see, well, what are you, stupid? Don't you know the government has worked on weather seeding and seeding clouds? And it's
There's a patent, Sean.
Yeah, that thing is true. The other thing is not true, and it's very clear if... okay. So we have lost ourselves. We have lost ourselves just a little bit, and I'd like to hear from some of those people today. Maybe you thought Trump's speech went well. Tell me why. I want to get to understand this a little bit better. Okay, we got so many things to cover today, a lot of ground to get into, and there's a giant McDonald's fry shortage that is happening.
No!
Yeah, I know. Freak out. Why is this happening? Why is McDonald's running out of fries? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
I got a couple tips for you to keep in mind while driving on the roadways this afternoon. First of all, the tolls have been suspended, and don't be surprised if you see local crews, police activity on the roadways trying to clear things up here. Ramps to I-4 could be still affected by flooding, and traffic lights could be out in your area, so just move over and slow down. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Protecting America. Fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
If you want to find out about reverse mortgages, well, that mortgage guy, Don, can help. Rates are improving, and that makes the terms even more favorable. Want to find out how it works? That mortgage guy, Don, will get you some numbers and explain the details. Then you decide if it makes sense for you to proceed. A reverse mortgage can be a lifesaver, especially for people over 62 on a fixed income. Get a quote today with That Mortgage Guy, Don by going to thatmortgageguydon.com. Work with an expert and a friend that you could trust.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
Hey, welcome to Total Wireless. How can I help you?
Oh, my phone is panicking. It thinks I'm trading it in.
No worries. At Total Wireless, you get 50% off the Total 5G Unlimited plan when you keep your phone.
Really? 50% off and I get to keep my phone? Wow.
Yep, that's as low as $25 per month for one line when you sign up for AutoPay.
Visit your Total Wireless store today. Restrictions apply. Compatible device required. Available exclusively online and in Total Wireless retail stores.
Cybersecurity Awareness Month is still going strong, and LifeLock has a message about phishing. The scams cyber criminals use to trick victims into allowing access to their devices so they can steal your personal information. Being aware of potential phishing scams is one way to help protect your personal information. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start protecting your identity with a 30-day free trial at lifelock.com. Use my first name, Clay, as your promo code. Terms apply.
Ugh, I've been feeling so sluggish and just kind of blah.
Been there. That's why I take Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites.
But I suppose they taste blah.
Actually, they taste delicious. It's an apple blueberry flavored center covered in a yogurt coating and is infused with probiotics to help support a healthy gut. They come 5 in a pouch. I just toss one in my bag and go.
Toss one in my bag?
Get your own.
New Align yogurt-coated probiotic fruit bites from the makers of the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Find them in the digestive care aisle.
You've got a Pepto predicament, moviegoer.
Hey, I can hear your stomach grumbling.
Sorry, I ate that entire tub of popcorn with extra butter.
You overdid it, and now your movie has turned into a blockbuster bellyache. Undo it with Pepto.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto chewables provide fast 5-symptom relief, so you can focus on the action on the big screen instead of in your stomach. When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay.
Let's go! Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Moments like making my kids my famous meatballs mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative NBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Orlando's top-rated comedy club and restaurant is the Funny Bone, located at Point Orlando. The Funny Bone guarantees the best live comedy experience, welcoming the top touring talent to our stage. This week, the Funny Bone welcomes Brad Upton. Thursday nights on the side stage, we host the best open mic in the Central Florida area. Check out our star-studded calendar and showtimes online at orlando.funnybone.com. Full kitchen and bar available with parking discounts offered to all guests who park in the Point Orlando garage. Get your tickets now at orlando.funnybone.com.
I'm Cheryl Swoops. And I'm Tarika Foster Brasby. And on our new podcast, we're talking about the real obstacles women face day to day. Because no matter who you are, there are levels to what we experience as women. And T and I have no problem going there. Listen to Levels to This with Cheryl Swoops and Tarika Foster Brasby on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Levels to This with Cheryl Swoops and Tarika Foster Brasby and start listening.
Moments like my daughter telling me a new joke mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative NBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
It's a national emergency. There's a shortage of McDonald's fries, and I don't know if we as a country, the red, white, and blue, can make it through this, but we'll see. First, tips at thenewsjunkie.com, and Nathan emails the show. Nathan is talking about Trump very quickly. We'll get back to something else in a second. He says it's definitely hard being a Trump supporter when he says dumb S. It sucks. So I'm guessing he didn't like the Bloomberg speech or event, town hall, whatever you want to call it, yesterday. I was just very surprised to see people afterwards. I don't think you can be in a normal frame of mind and watch that performance and go, that was good, kicked ass, did well.
Nailed it.
Because it wasn't good. Sometimes it is good. When Trump was against Biden in the debate, he kicked his ass. It was crazy. It was way better. But this was objectively not good. So I always get surprised when I see people just blindly support stuff. So he says it sucks. Kamala isn't better, in my opinion, but damn, says Nathan. Yeah, I mean, everybody's got their problems, and nobody's minds are going to be changed, at least not right now. And Will emails as well, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, about Netflix Preview Club, which, Celia, I don't know if you heard this yesterday. I was talking about how I had received an email a long time ago. Actually, I had heard about this Netflix Preview Club, and I go, oh, I want to be a part of that. It's this panel that they let certain special users on, and they tell you about shows, documentaries, and movies way before they come out, and you get to watch them and rate them so that they start off with some ratings and then get feedback and stuff. And I said, I would love to be a part of that. I want to see stuff before everybody else and rate it and review it and do those things. And then I went to my email and I Googled Netflix Preview Club, and like 2 years ago or so, they emailed me asking me to be a part of it. And I go, hell yeah, here we go. I'm going to be a VIP over at Netflix. And I clicked the link and it said link expired, and they wouldn't let me in the club. And that was my bad news. This email makes things worse. Hi, Sean. Was listening to the podcast this evening, and I heard you ranting about missing out on the Netflix Preview Club. Just out of curiosity, I searched my email for the invite, and lo and behold, they had sent me one as well back in March. Surely I was going to run into the same issue as you, expired link, but nope, it worked, and I'm in that exclusive club. Thank you for making me aware. Much appreciated, Will.
Wait, Will got that in March?
He got it back in March.
Of this year, though.
Of this year, yes.
So the link that I got from June of last year probably...
Why, you got it too?
Join Netflix. Sorry, an error has occurred.
Oh, you don't get it either.
But also, that might be due in part to the fact that this year I canceled my Netflix subscription.
Oh, you canceled? Really? You're done with Netflix?
No, I canceled my Netflix subscription. Ashley has one, and there's no reason for us to still be paying for two of them. So I canceled it, and then...
What, were you waiting to see if the marriage stuck, or what?
No, there were other people using mine, and then I was like, why am I paying for these people?
So what am I supposed to search? Because I never looked.
Netflix Preview Club.
Yeah, Netflix Preview Club. And if you get that and the link is newer like Will, then you can click on it and get in the club. And then they go, hey, we got a new movie we're about to drop.
Oh, my God, I got one.
You do have one? If you click yours and it works, I'm going to rage. I'm going to leave the studio.
Netflix previews. Sorry, errors.
I deserve to be a part of it, though, because I found out on the trip, we were in one of our hotels, and I was like, let me sign into Netflix. And I accidentally started signing in with my old account. And lo and behold, it worked.
Mm-hmm.
And then I looked through my email, and my account had been reinstated in August. And there was a new profile on there from somebody called Pam.
What?
I was like, who the hell is Pam? And how did they reactivate my Netflix account?
Have you been paying for it that whole time?
Since August, a couple months.
Oh, Pam got you, man. Oh, Pam got you good. That is unfortunate. So we're not in the preview club, but Will is. So congrats,
do you get
Will.
anything? Like, do you get a discount on Netflix for joining the preview club and doing your previews?
I think you just get early access. You get to check things out before other people.
Yeah, sorry. No,
so
I want
incentive.
incentive.
Like, we'd be on the show, and you go, this Menendez Brothers docuseries is so good.
And
we
you're
go,
like,
what?
What are you doing?
Huh? What is that? And then you go, oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. You guys in the general public don't have access to this, but there is a superb, and you could really be full of yourself and sound super VIP and snotty, which is nice.
The email that initially sent it did not say no reply, so I just replied.
Oh, did you? I tried that
chance
too.
I can? Oh, you did?
I tried
Nothing
that
back?
too. And can I tell you something? This is embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
I said, just so you know, I host a radio show.
Oh, wow.
To grease the wheels a little bit. I've never done that before in my life.
Yeah,
I wanted
right.
to be in the Netflix. No, I don't.
Yeah, right.
I've never done it before, ever. I've never done it, ever. And I said, maybe this will grease the wheels. And they didn't reply. Rude Netflix folks. So today, I would like to use this platform to speak directly to Netflix.
Me first, Sabrina.
Will you please allow us in the Netflix preview club? That's all we're asking for. It's not a lot. You could just let the window open for a second, let us go in, and then slam it down behind everybody else who's trying to follow us.
What's better than one radio personality than three?
That's right. Three personalities, and we'll all watch the stuff, and we'll give you good feedback. I promise you that. Would you like fries with that? You can't answer yes in some places if this continues to be an issue because McDonald's is running out of fries. That's right. It's happening. America's largest fast food chain may have a fry issue. Why? Their largest supplier has shut off production and cut costs at their Washington plant. Lamb Weston, an Idaho-based company, announced the closure and a 4% cut in its workforce at the beginning of the month. The news comes as a part of a restructuring plan expected to generate nearly $55 million of savings for the company. And they said, Lamb Weston is confident in the world's ongoing love of fries, but the closure of one of our older facilities accounts for less than 5% of our production capacity, blah, blah, blah. There could be a potential shortage because of this closure. The CEO of Lamb Weston says, here's why we're running out of fries. And we shut down the plant, and there may be a fry shortage at McDonald's.
How do you run out of fries? Potatoes.
It's not that they're running out of potatoes. They're running out of the production facility, and they had to shut it down. And they blame McDonald's $5 meal deal.
Oh, is that right?
That was introduced back in May. The meal deal is supposed to provide an affordable option for American families during a time when inflation remains the highest in recent history. And they said because of this, they had to cut costs and shut down one of their plants because of the $5 meal deal. That is what they blame it on. Is that
but
true?
This seems a little fishy. Like
Filet-O-fishy.
Yeah, thank you. Because that is a great excuse, and they will say, well, if you want your fries back, then we got to get rid of this $5 meal deal. You want your fries, don't you? You think you're going to reverse psychology us? No, thank you.
That's what they're trying to do. At the very least, they're giving that a shot. I'm going to try to find exactly why he's blaming that $5 meal. I'll search for this as we take a quick break.
I don't even think the $5 meal deal has been around long enough to blame this on. It's like Red Lobster. Like, you know what? It was the endless shrimp. They shouldn't have done the endless shrimp.
I'll tell you what. I ordered McDonald's not too long ago, and the McChicken, which was once a $1 item, is now $4. Just
is it
the McChicken.
$4 just for the McChicken?
Yeah.
That's got to be Uber Eats jacking that thing up pretty good, though.
How dare you assume that I got it from Uber? I did.
I
absolutely
figured
did.
that's where it came
that
from.
was my bad.
I want to see why they're blaming those $5 meal deals. So I'll dig into that, and we'll let you know why the CEO says that's why the fry shortage is possibly going to happen. And when we come back, we'll get to a parent upset at her kid getting punished by the school. Why is the parent upset? You're going to find out what went down here. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
All week on the Jim Colbert Show, it's your chance to join us on the Bucks Bus as we go to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on the Atlanta Falcons Sunday, October 27th.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast for the rest of our Wednesday. And for today, we are going to be expecting cooler temperatures to settle in, especially after lunchtime. Temperatures will eventually dip down into the 60s with overnight lows dipping down into the mid and upper 50s for most spots. A low of 59 degrees in Orlando tomorrow morning, so be sure to grab the jacket and hoodie out of the closet and have it ready for tomorrow morning. Otherwise, a high tomorrow of 75 degrees.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, every day is game day. Get an expert oil change from our team in about 15 minutes. We're quick, but never rushed. Drive into any of our locations today. No appointment needed. Visit VIOC.com for up to $15 off your next oil change.
Guys, get a leg up in the bedroom with Blue Chew. You could benefit from a little bit or a little extra in the bedroom, I'm sure, and this is going to help you out. Why not try it out? BlueChew.com is the website. This is the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. It's a performance enhancement for the bedroom, and it's all done online. So it's nice and easy and worry-free. And all you have to do is try Blue Chew free right now. When you use the promo code TNJ at checkout, you're going to pay just $5 shipping. That's it. And you get your first month free. You go to BlueChew.com. It's super easy to navigate the site. You look at all the stuff that they have there on display for you. And then when you're purchasing your first month, you put in the promo code TNJ, and it automatically gives you your first month free. You just pay $5 for shipping. That is it. Go check it out now at BlueChew.com.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shiple Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shiple Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman for the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind. When looking for an attorney, I would choose experience. Do they care? Will they pick up your phones? I'd avoid the guy who sounds like this when he picks up.
I'd do anything for you. I got plastic wrap, I got a shovel in my trunk, and I got a boat at the marina. Next to this mofo.
If you want to hire a law firm who's willing to work this hard just to do a commercial, contact us at whenyoudis.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333. Offices, Orlando.
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat right after receiving all their vaccines in one trip. This is the sound of treating yourself, because you protected yourself.
Stop by or schedule both your flu and COVID-19 vaccines today and grab yourself a sweet treat while you're at it. Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Wawa makes the right handcrafted beverages for the right time. And now, handcrafted beverages are just $3 or $4. Jump out of bed for an iced latte. Take a lunch break for a smoothie. Or celebrate with a late-night milkshake. Wawa makes the right beverages for the right time. Now at an even better price. Get smoothies, lattes, or any handcrafted 16-ounce or 24-ounce beverage for just $3 or $4. Gotta have a Wawa.
Honey, I'm going to Wawa for dinner.
Okay, but Ben wants pizza.
Yup.
And Nick wants a burger and fries.
Right.
Oh, and the twins, they won't touch anything except for mac and cheese.
Exactly. Wawa has something for everyone for dinner, so I only have to make one stop to make everyone happy. So, what do you want?
Well, if you're going to Wawa, I have to have a hoagie.
From burgers to hoagies and everything in between, Wawa has dinner for everyone.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
Running around in the streets right now, it's pandemonium in the United States of America. If you can't get your burger and your chicken nugs and your fries, then this is not really a free country. So why can't we get them is the question. We'll get to that in just a moment. Send us your dispatches. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. You can do this on your phone, and I love some video dispatches. Let me see where you are. Maybe let me see your face. Let us come into your world and then tell us what you think, especially if you've been sending dispatches and you get the audio quality that's not as good. Do a video dispatch today. I'd love to see that. So I said McDonald's is freaking out because one of their providers of McDonald's fries, which I argue are delicious and
absolutely,
I don't know if they're the best fast food fry, but they're up there. They're
top
really
tier
good
for sure.
Yeah, they're definitely top tier fast food fry. And the company that is one of their biggest suppliers of fries is a place called Lamb Weston. And they have said it's the $5 meal deal that McDonald's did that is causing them to have to shut down an entire plant, lay off 4% of their workforce, and cause potentially a shortage of McDonald's fries. And so I said, why? Why would the meal deal do that? And I looked into this. It says Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, Wendy's, and Burger King also created these types of promotional deals. Lamb Weston president and CEO Thomas Werner said the offerings by various fast food chains have caused a drop in volume for the French fry supplier. Many of these promotional deals have consumers trading down from a medium fry to a small fry. So while we benefit from improving traffic trends, consumers trading down in serving size acts as a partial headwinds for our volume. So let me make sense of that nonsense for you. What he's saying is when they do the $5 meal deal, they give you a little tiny fry. And people go for that instead of the more expensive stuff. And so overall, they're actually buying less fries. They're downsizing,
But
which
that's on
is
them.
probably good.
Buy the same amount of fries.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you are, I mean, the fact that they're like cutting up so much as far as their cost versus what people are consuming, like, can we not go the Five Guys route where it's like you've ordered a small fry, but it's all going in the bag?
Here's a bag. Well, they better at Five Guys.
Come
Five
on.
Guys. Five Guys, a meal for 3 people, $40 or something. It's expensive over there. I'm surprised they're still in business and doing well, but they do. They do okay. And so that's what they blame. And I want to know from you today. So send me a dispatch and tell me, maybe as you're grabbing lunch, grabbing something to eat, whatever, if you've cut back on fast food because of these prices, or if you've gone to other places. I know a lot of people have started going to Taco Bell because they at least have some items that are cheaper like that, and you could fill yourself up for less. I stumbled on this. Now, this is from Canada, but this is a cost sheet of how much stuff actually costs McDonald's, and you could tell it's way cheaper than obviously what they charge for it. This says bacon, egg, bagel. Bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, the cost to McDonald's is 89 cents. What are those?
Canadian
89 cents Canadians, probably $1 something would be my guess. Bacon, egg, grain bagel, 90 cents to them. All these things are under $1. Let's go. Double Big Mac is $1.82 Canadian. Cheeseburger is 59 cents. So all of these things get huge markups.
$1.82 Canadian is $1.32 United States.
Oh, I went the wrong way.
Landed free.
I think I said 89 cents is what I said.
They also save a lot because they get maple syrup for free.
Probably. They got a line on that. So all this stuff includes labor, et cetera, but this is how much it costs them. A chocolate chip cookie, 15 cents Canadian, and then they jack up the prices on this. So because they're a business, of course they do. But does it have an impact on you? And the answer for a lot of people seems to be yes. All right, before we go over to you and your dispatches to see what you have to say today, some parents are upset because their son got punished and he was accused of cheating. And now there is a lot of people who are taking interest in this. And this is from WCVB. It says the family of a high school student is suing the school after the student was accused of cheating when he used AI to help complete a paper. Well, you're not supposed to do that. That is cheating, right? Parents Jennifer and Dale Harris, they said high school teachers, administrators, and the school district have unfairly punished their son after he used AI on a history paper. They told us our son cheated on a paper, which is not what happened. They said the handbook never mentioned the use of AI until this incident, and they only added language regarding AI to the handbook this year. They basically punished him for a rule that didn't exist. And they're saying that their son only used AI as a tool to do research and not to write the paper itself. And they said his civil rights have been violated. They are upset about this. And so I say to you, do they have a point here? If you say, ChatGPT, please write me a 500-word essay on why the United States is a great country. And ChatGPT goes, beep, 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 and it churns out an entire thing, and I put Sean Watson on the top of it, and I hand it in. That feels like cheating. But if I use ChatGPT to help me out with the research, to help me with some bullet points, and then I write some of my own texts around it, is that really very different from using an encyclopedia? That's not cheating. We don't view that as cheating. Using Google and the resources that you might find online to put together information to, then add to that.
But once you gather that information, you can't copy and paste it into the essay.
No, that would be the big thing that this hinges on. If they're just saying that he used it for research and then he wrote around it and he added to it and he built on it and he made it his own, if he did that, he just used AI to do his homework but didn't have it do it verbatim, I don't think that's cheating. I think that's using a tool. Now, if AI does it all alone, you haven't done it. The AI has done it. You have to put effort in to do it. They said he got a perfect score on the ACTs, and he's looking to go to Stanford or MIT or some of the top schools. He's missed the opportunity already for admissions, all because he got in trouble, they said, for this AI. It kicked him out of the National Honor Society, and he's at risk of not getting into his schools, all because he used AI as a tool, they said, to do research, not to write the paper.
But I mean, okay, did he cite AI as the source of his research?
That's the thing. Like you can't. Like even if you Googled, you would have to still, as far as like the APA citing of sources, you can't just go Google.com. Like you have
to
there's a certain form of it, and like the website and the person who wrote it and other things that I don't remember.
But I think there probably does exist an AI, and if not, you might just be able to ask the AI what are your sources? And then use those or have some way of saying via AI. I mean, I agree that if he copied and pasted the stuff, then that's plagiarism because he's submitting work that he did not write himself. However, if he did just ask AI questions about Ben Franklin, and he's like, tell me about Ben Franklin's childhood, and then used some of those things to craft his own work, then that's no different than reading an encyclopedia.
Yeah, it's just using it to learn stuff. You're just using it as a tool. The Silent Coda on Twitch, Austin, says, how did they know he used AI? I'll look into this story. We'll get into this a bit more in a moment. Mr. D. Van says, did he cite the source of his information? That's another thing to look at. And Jeff says, if there was no rule, you can't punish somebody and then make the rule. That is BS from the school, as long as he didn't plagiarize. We're going to dive a little deeper and see what the reasoning was for all of this. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Orlando City is back at Inter&Co Stadium to close out the regular season against Atlanta United Saturday. Coverage begins at 5:30 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app. And is brought to you by WG Sports Center. Discover indoor soccer. For details and to join their team, follow at WG Sports Center.
Traffic is starting to slow down on Florida's Turnpike northbound between Hancock Road and County Road 561. There's slowdowns on I-4 eastbound in the Champions Gate area. Just keep in mind emergency services are going to be on the roadways fixing up traffic lights, and don't be surprised if there's still standing water around the area. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Join Real Radio 104.1 and the Walk for Change at this year's Come Out with Pride Parade, Saturday, October 19th. Come Out with Pride, Inc., a 501c3 nonprofit, is hosting Orlando's annual LGBTQ plus Pride celebration. Every October, we gather around National Coming Out Day, knowing for many, Pride may be the one day of the year people can live their true, authentic selves. With over 220 guests in 2023, it's one of the biggest Pride celebrations in the Southeast. More info at realradio.fm/events.
Hey, welcome to Total Wireless. How can I help you?
Oh, my phone is panicking. It thinks I'm trading it in.
No worries. At Total Wireless, you get 50% off the Total 5G Unlimited plan when you keep your phone.
Really? 50% off and I get to keep my phone? Wow.
Yep, that's as low as $25 per month for one line when you sign up for AutoPay.
Visit your Total Wireless store today. Restrictions apply. Compatible device required. Available exclusively online and in Total Wireless retail stores.
Hey, Bo.
Hey, Matt.
Are you ready to tell the readers about the extra special episode we have coming up?
I think we have to let them in on our little surprise.
Yeah, if you haven't already figured it out, can't believe this, Mariah Carey will be joining us this week.
Wow.
Readers, publicists, Katie's, and finalists tune in to maybe the most unforgettable episode of Las Culturistas yet. Listen to Las Culturistas on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Las Culturistas and start listening.
All 2024s must go. It's the model year-end event at Southernland Nissan Orlando. New 2024 Nissans from $18,900. Make no payments till 2025 and 0% interest at Southernland Nissan Orlando, home of the lifetime warranty. VIN number RL897631. MSRP 20050. VIN number 5104975 plus tax and fees with approved credit.
Torres volley! What a goal!
Orlando City's back at home for their final regular season match as your Lions take on Atlanta on Saturday, October 19th at 6 p.m., presented by Publix. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com or tune in on Real Radio 104.1 and watch on any device on the Apple TV app. Don't forget to tune in an hour before the match at 5 p.m. to catch Kickoff -60 airing exclusively on the Lion Nation app.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 26th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust new Febreze car vent clips, now with 3 times greater scent control, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with new Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing, which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up, Oscar!
Attention active adults looking for a place where every day feels like a vacation? Discover what it's like to get spoiled and stay healthy. Join us Saturday, October 19th from 11 to 3 at Del Webb Sunbridge for your chance to experience the ultimate social lifestyle for 55-plus living. Enjoy food, drinks, DJ, and fun while you explore 7 model homes and our world-class clubhouse with resort amenities. Don't miss out. Visit delwebb.com/sunbridge for more information with new homes from the mid-300,000s. delwebb.com/sunbridge. See you October 19th.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, October 26th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
Gators, ghosts, and goblins. Only at Gatorland.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the...
We got some more details in just a moment here. Plus, more on that kid that got in trouble for cheating. In quotes, was he really cheating with AI? Rand Duel over on YouTube says, Google's search engine is really bad at returning real results anymore. Pretty much ChatGPT is superior for researching almost any topic. Let me tell you something. This is absolutely true. Google search is trash. It's garbage. It's gone to hell, and nobody seems to have realized this. It doesn't return any results anymore. It returns ads and then all kinds of weird AI stuff and useless information, and it's just a bad experience. And
they're getting away with it because
they're getting away with it.
It's the go-to.
It's baked into our systems, and it's kind of like how after Netscape became a big thing, and then people stopped using it. They would talk about how much web traffic they got every day, and it was a huge amount just because people had it as their homepage. Or Yahoo. You go, who's searching on Yahoo anymore? People who have that as their homepage on their browser. Google is trash. It's garbage. DuckDuckGo is a better search experience in every single way. It's not even an argument, but nobody uses it because we're stuck. We're
There's
like
a lot
on
of
the
steps
drug.
to it. I'm like, for my phone, iPhone, for example, like I still use Safari on the iPhone. But if I were to go into the search bar and type, what are the best restaurants in town, it goes to Google immediately.
Yep, automatically, yes.
And then I'll get a notification. Did you want to set Google as your, primary search engine? And with that, like, they've taken over, but it's kind of an FU to all of its users. Like, you're already using it, so we're not going to make and put forth the effort to make this the best search engine possible.
And you know why that is, right? Because Apple pays them Apple gets paid a boatload of money from Google to be that default search engine. And most people don't know. You go into settings, you can change this, you can change your default search engine to DuckDuckGo or anything else.
You can choose between Yahoo, Bing, DuckDuckGo, or Ecosia, the search engine that plants trees.
All right, yeah, planting some trees while I'm searching.
You can't pick one that you can't throw Alta Vista in there or some other search engine. It's like you only have those 5 choices.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. It's so bad. It's so bad we all just take it. It gets too much of a pain in the ass for us to get away from it. About the Menendez brothers. Okay, go ahead, Steven.
Also, everybody with an iOS device uses Safari, whether they downloaded Chrome or not. The actual browser itself, that's one of the things that Apple has locked down. The browsing portion of your browser is all Safari.
Oh, really? Even if you download Chrome, it's still Safari within Chrome?
I have Chrome, right? And it's Safari within Chrome. I can still use Chrome's features, like some of the passwords that are saved into my Google account.
Did not know
come
that.
through that, but at its very basic browser level, it's still Safari.
Man, Bootsy Moonshine says, why did I think DuckDuckGo was for boomers? I don't know. DuckDuckGo just gets the job done, and it's not ads everywhere. It's not trying to give you AI. Here's a robot response to the question. It's not that stuff. I think it's just better, but it's never going to win. Google just took over, and they became the default, and we must deal with the default. Menendez brothers, here's the update. I've got the letterhead here, and we can take a look at this
you're
message.
Doing a lot of these today, man.
That's my alert sound. That means something's coming down the wire.
That was ChatGPT.
Yeah,
that's how it does.
It sounds like that. And this one sounds like it's different.
No, dude is news alert.
That is a news alert.
That's Third Eye Blind.
Mark Garagos is the attorney for the Menendez brothers. Here's the media advisory. It says, family of Eric and Lyle Menendez. Of course, this is after the Netflix show that was, I guess, useful to them in getting them back in the spotlight and may get them set free. Eric and Lyle Menendez family to host press conference today at Los Angeles Courthouse. It's going to be at 1 p.m., so a little later on this afternoon. It says nearly 24 family members of Eric and Lyle Menendez's family, that's a double there, hold a press conference in front of the Clara Shortridge Criminal Justice Center in L.A. The family will be joined by Eric and Lyle's defense attorney, Mark Garagos, as well as Rosie O'Donnell. She will be there as well.
Why?
It's an interesting thing. Rosie O'Donnell will be there demanding that the brothers be released.
That's so
I don't know.
Random.
It seems random. I guess she's the latest celebrity behind Kim Kardashian to say these guys need to be released. They've done enough time. And because they were abused, they should be released.
Do you think that if the Menendez family... First of all, I'm curious. I have not heard any of the Menendez family's reaction to the series. I've heard the brothers say they don't like it. Probably
we didn't
because
do gay stuff, okay?
Probably because it made them look like they were doing gay stuff. But I think they probably like it now if it is leading to people wanting them to be released. But do you think the Menendez family says, all right, here's our choice who to lead us in this press conference? Kim Kardashian, who has done this before and has been on the wrong side of it and has not been successfone or Rosie O'Donnell, who might just be the better option.
Yeah, I mean, Kim Kardashian, when she's pushed for it, though, it's gone as far as what? A tweet? Has she held a press conference before?
No. Well, she's done this certainly for other people. Yeah, for other people, but not for the Menendez brothers. She just did a post, as far as I'm aware, and kind of a public statement that she wanted these two to be freed. And I'll remind you, in case you haven't listened to the show much, these two definitely, absolutely, barbarically killed their parents. And when they couldn't kill their mother all the way and they ran out of bullets, went back to the vehicle, loaded up the gun again, and then did the mother in one more time or a couple more times. So it was barbaric. They lied about it. They did a fake 911 call. They did all these things. And then they said that they were abused. This was way down the road. They said, well, we were abused, and that's why we did this. They called it the abuse excuse in court. And you can either believe them or not believe them. If you don't believe them, then you believe that they did this for their parents' money. They wanted to get their dad's inheritance, and he was about to take them possibly out of the will, and so that was their motivation. And you'll probably think, if you believe that they should stay in jail for the rest of their lives. Or if you believe they're abused, most people I find in America, if they hear that somebody murdered somebody, they go, that's bad. That's bad. We can't do that. We must have those people locked up. But if you say that person who murdered the other person was abused, and it was the abuse that led to them killing this person, and a lot of people have some sympathy, and they would want them to get out. I've heard people say, you can't lie like that. You can't. The things they said, the way in which they emotionally presented
lying Lyle.
They're lying up. They can't lie like that. Well, yet, listen to the 911 call. We know that was a lie, and it sounds pretty damn believable to me. It's very, very emotional. But now we're really at the point where they might be let go. And we'll see what Rosie O'Donnell, of all people, has to say later on today at this press conference. Okay, we were talking about this kid who got in trouble. And this is what school's like, folks, now in 2024. Thank God you've graduated. You're out. You don't have to deal with all the new rules. But these parents are suing the school that their son goes to because he got punished for using AI. And they said, we didn't use AI to write the whole thing. Use AI as a tool to do research, which if that's the case, I don't see that as any different as a search engine or Wikipedia or old school encyclopedias. There's a lot of questions about this story. So let's see what we can learn here.
Yeah, that's right. And the clock is ticking. This case could not only impact
Channel
his
5.
college admissions, but it could have implications at schools across the state.
They told us that our son cheated on a paper, which is not what happened.
Jennifer and Dale Harris say Hingham High School teachers, administrators, and the school district have unfairly punished their son after he used AI on a history paper. They say the high school handbook never mentioned AI until this incident with their son, only adding this language this year.
They basically punished him for a rule that doesn't exist.
School teacher Dale and writer Jennifer know the debate around AI. In their lawsuit, they say he only used it as a tool to research, not to write the paper.
Oh, man, I could tell these parents, they pick the wrong parents. They're the litigious type. They're ready for this.
They're ready for the courtroom.
Yeah, their son is going to fight this so he can get into MIT.
But now, the syllabus or the school handbook will change moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they won because it was not mentioned.
My two biggest questions are, was that rule implemented after he turned this assignment in?
Ex post facto?
Yes. If that's the case, C-Lane, then I think this is insane and not good, and they should let the kid go, and he's fine.
Or in the scope of the assignment or the scope of the class itself, was that ever a rule? It doesn't have to be in the handbook of the entire school for it to necessarily be not admissible. You could say, like, either the teacher could say on day one when they hand out the syllabus, they're like, listen, we don't allow you to use AI in this class.
Mm-hmm.
Or
if that's the case, I would be fine with the punishment then.
Or they could say, hey, we don't want you to use AI for this assignment. Or if you do, you need to be able to cite sources, and AI cannot be a source. You need actual paper or published sources.
If there was a rule and the rule was broken, then you get punished for the rule, no matter if you think that it's stupid or not. But if there wasn't until after this, that's bad. And if they can't prove that he used it to do anything more than research, then that seems kind of bad.
To call it cheating is a hell of an accusation. That word itself has a lot of weight, carries a lot of weight, especially when a kid's trying to get into a really good college. You don't let cheaters in good college.
No, yeah, he's a cheater. Let's see what else they said.
But the school saw it differently and punished him with detention. His grades suffered. He was not allowed into the National Honor Society, and now he's at risk of getting into his top choice schools.
In my lay opinion, they violated his civil rights. They treated him and punished him more severely than other students.
He got a perfect score on the ACTs. And he's looking to go to Stanford or MIT or some of the top schools, and he's missed the opportunity already for rolling admissions.
Their lawyer says this case shows there should be policies around using AI in schools.
There's a wide gulf of information out there that says AI isn't plagiarism.
Until then,
why did they decide to do the press conference in a forest out of curiosity?
They're like outside a house or something.
It's not a house. It seems like they're in the middle of the forest, Sean.
They're lit up well, though.
Age course.
I'd also like them to put in place an AI policy that makes sense, that the teachers understand, that they can then articulate to the students.
You can't undo some of these punishments. You already made him redo the paper. You can't undo the Saturday detention that you gave him. But there are some things that you can fix right now and do the right thing.
Man, I wonder how he's being received in school after this. I wonder if the other kids are like, dude, what are you doing? Bringing too much of a spotlight on us over here. We're just trying to do our Galaxy Gas and turn in our homework. Leave us alone. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us your dispatch right now. Again, video dispatches. Let's see those today. We get any of those? We get all audio dispatches. So no, there is a video dispatch, but mostly audio dispatches today so far. Old Man River is going to join us for the first one of the day.
Hey, guys. Hey, I was just reading that the CEO of that Lamb Weston company makes $20 million a year, and they're looking to save $55 million a year. I don't know. I think, CEOs get paid too much, but what do I know? Oh, by the way, C-Lane, if you could pick me for Fritz on the street, that'd be great.
You sure about that?
Right. Oh, Fritz on the street.
What's his name?
His name is Old Man River. Old Man River. He wants you to play for him at Fritz on the street. Old Man River, did you realize C-Lane was on the California Wine Adventure? So he may be up with what's happening. He could be.
Maybe not.
Listen, only half the questions are news related.
That's true. He has trivia questions mixed in there for sure. But we'll see if he picks you, Old Man River. Another one here. Let's go to Dingo77.
Good afternoon, News Junkie. Dingo here. Hey, just want to chime in real quick about the whole AI. Man, it's funny. It's like damn Back to the Future. Marty McFly is AI, and the world is Biff.
The Marty McFly is AI, and the world is Biff. I'm not up enough. I know who those characters are.
The world is bullying AI?
I'm not connecting the dots. I haven't watched that movie in a very, very long time.
I watch those movies all the time. I don't get it.
So that must be a swing and a miss, sir.
It'll pop up 3 o'clock in the morning. Both of you will just wake up, sitting up. Now I get it.
It hit me. Let's go to TD talking about the Catalina wine mixer.
Hey guys, got the windows down. It's too pretty to not be driving around with the windows down. Excuse the road noise. All this talk about C-Lane's wine trip, and I'm not going to curse, you guys know me, but all I can think of is Step Brothers when they're all like, it's the Mother Catalina wine mixer.
Nothing wrong with a wine adventure, man.
No, there were no helicopters in mine.
Hey, how was that convertible?
There was also no convertible.
Oh, yeah. Something with a roof. Boring.
Get out of here. No. So I told you guys that my flight got changed, and so when the flight got changed, Ashley went in for our reservation and changed the time we were going to pick up the convertible, and they were like, "We don't have convertibles at that time." And I was like, "Wait a second. You were reserving the convertible when we were going to pick it up at X hour.
Yeah, hold it for a little bit
now,
longer.
A couple hours later, there are suddenly no convertibles. I don't know how that works.
Boo.
You almost went full Seinfeld at the counter.
And so we said, all right, fine, we'll go with the mid-size SUV, and then but we get to the counter, maybe we'll ask. And then at the counter, they're like, we have no convertibles, we have no Jeep Wranglers, we have a Buick for you.
Oh,
what the hell?
Buick, huh?
Did they give you a discount or something?
I think they just gave us the regular rate.
Wow.
But pretty nice Buick. I mean, it had some features. It had the HUD system, which I had never used before, but which was great for navigation.
Okay.
The heads-up display where it like kind of projects your speedometer into the road in front of you, so you don't have to look down. That was great.
Did you have a driver?
The driver was just for Saturday, just to take us to some wineries because we were going to be drinking all day.
Man, I'll tell you what. Last time I rented a car, I think it was when we drove from New Orleans after there was a big problem with all the airlines, and I was kind of flabbergasted and very surprised at how the whole rental car business worked. We signed up on the app to get a rental car. We picked the one we wanted, et cetera, put our information in. And then I walk over to where the rental car place is, and I said, hey, I'm here to pick up my car. And they said, what's your name? And the guy looks on the list, and he goes, Sean Wasson. Okay, I got you for midsize whatever. And I said, yep. And he hands me the keys of the car. He goes, that one over there is yours. And I said, okay. And we got in the car and we drove out of there. And I said, surely they're going to check us when we're leaving the parking lot. And some woman goes, good to go, and waves at me. And I drive out of the parking lot and I go,
bye.
Okay, and then we drive all the way here.
Okay, but he handed you the keys to the car, right?
He handed me the keys to the car. Nobody asked me for anything.
But
you probably put that information in when you were.
I put my information in online, but all I did was say a name. I said a name, and they gave me the keys to like a $50,000
check your
car.
ID?
No,
That's
not
weird.
when I got it. And then when I dropped it off, I go to this place and go to the parking lot, drop it off, and I put the keys in like a little container thing. I barely saw any humans.
What company was that?
National.
National, maybe?
Maybe National.
Did you say national?
I don't know. I thought it was nationwide, but that's not right. That's like an insurance thing.
Yeah, they're on your side.
Yeah, they weren't on my side. This was different.
So we did Hertz, and we showed up because we wanted to ask about any upgrades, and then we showed our IDs, and they gave us like a little pamphlet with our QR code on it, and they said, "Yeah, you're in slot 411. The keys are in the car."
Mm-hmm.
They're like
just sitting in there.
They're like this entire. Ashley's like, "How does this work? This entire parking garage, all these cars have keys in them. How do they keep people from stealing them?" And it was like, no. You get in the car and you drive to the exit, and there was a gigantic
spiky dealing.
No barrier that you could not drive, like that moves up and down. But the thing was huge.
Yeah, it seems like too vulnerable, but they know what they're doing. They know how to handle it over there.
And then everybody tells you the drive into Napa is beautiful, and that's true when you do it during the day.
Yeah,
the drive into Napa at night was effing terrifying. It was a lot. It was very dark.
Well, hang on. Save this, and I want to talk when we come back because you went into a driverless taxi.
I did.
When you were over there, which it's still so insane to me that's what we got going on. Well,
you and I are completely different on this too.
I don't understand how you're not freaked out by this. We'll go into how that went, and when we get back, something that's going down right this very moment. We'll peer into it to see what's happening. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Monday Night Football. The Baltimore Ravens versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Want to go? We have 2 chances for you to win tickets to the game. Go to realradio.fm/contest for your shot to win and enter for a second pair of tickets on our Instagram at realradio1041.
Fire the cannons.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. goldsmithjewelry.com.
Here's a couple things to keep in mind this afternoon on the roadways. Tolls have been suspended, and if you see local crews on the roadways, move over and slow down. I know traffic lights could be out in your area still, so use those intersections as a 4-way stop. On I-4 this afternoon, traffic is slowing down in the Champions Gate area. Just travel with caution on the roadways. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Norton 360.
October Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Boost your online security with Norton 360. As PC Mag's most awarded security brand, Norton blocked over 219 million threats last year. Stay ahead of cyber threats with Norton 360. Get up to 58% off at norton.com/secure.
Connection, opportunity, possibility. It's what we all want. Spectrum has built a world where anything is possible, with products and services designed to work better together for a seamless connectivity experience. A connection to family and friends, a connection to education, and a connection to new opportunities. So there's no limit to how big we can dream. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, October 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, October 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Frank Gay Services has something cool for you. Keep your AC running smoothly with our expert service. Experienced, professional, friendly, and speedy care that earned us thousands of 5-star reviews. That's the Frank Gay way. Visit frankgayservices.com or call for details.
Is it a cold, allergies, or could it be a sinus issue? Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you find out. A recent study has shown that 45% of patients who suffer from allergies also suffer from chronic sinus issues that are often left untreated. So ditch those nasal sprays and over-the-counter meds for good and find a solution that actually works. The specialists at Aspire Allergy and Sinus make it easy by identifying the problem and creating a custom plan to tackle it. Go to aspireallergy.com to schedule your appointment. That's aspireallergy.com.
Wawa makes the right handcrafted beverages for the right time. And now, handcrafted beverages are just $3 or $4. Jump out of bed for a nice latte. Take a lunch break for a smoothie. Or celebrate with a late-night milkshake. Wawa makes the right beverages for the right time, now at an even better price. Get smoothies, lattes, or any handcrafted 16-ounce or 24-ounce beverage for just $3 or $4. Gotta have a Wawa.
Honey, I'm going to Wawa for dinner.
Okay, but Ben wants pizza.
Yep.
And Nick wants a burger and fries.
Right.
Oh, and the twins? They won't touch anything except for mac and cheese.
Exactly. Wawa has something for everyone for dinner, so I only have to make one stop to make everyone happy. So, what do you want?
Well, if you're going to Wawa, I have to have a hoagie.
From burgers to hoagies and everything in between, Wawa has dinner for everyone.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
You've got a Pepto predicament, moviegoer.
Hey, I can hear your stomach grumbling.
Sorry, I ate that entire tub of popcorn with extra butter.
You overdid it, and now your movie has turned into a blockbuster bellyache. Undo it with Pepto.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto chewables provide fast 5-symptom relief, so you can focus on the action on the big screen instead of in your stomach. When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND. G-R-A-N-D. Grand. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The biggest stories of the day in all their glory and insanity. You're listening to
the show, as always, over on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a video dispatch to join us so everybody can hear, and if they're watching, even see you. And that's just one move away. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com right now. I keep forgetting, I swear to God, that Biden is the president. I keep forgetting. And like a video pops up, and I'm like, oh, that's right.
Hey, hold up now. Hold on. Come on. Who has ice cream?
This video popped up on my timeline of Biden talking about what's going on, and I go, oh, I forgot about him. I totally forgot he's out there, and he's still the president, at least for a little while. He's just chit-chatting.
She beat Trump so badly in the debate, he's scared to death to meet her again.
Oh, he got that wrong. He got that wrong. He's still out there for a couple of months, and then somebody new is going to come in. Maybe it's your person. Maybe it's the people you don't like's person. But somebody new is going to occupy that White House very soon.
Do you think that after you've been president, especially like a two-term president like George W. Bush, Obama, Clinton, do you think that right after that there's mornings you wake up and forget that you're not president anymore?
Probably. Just wander around always. It must be just a game changer. Your life will be so different if you were president right now. Like, everything has changed. Just the idea that you wake up and somebody hands you a piece of paper with your schedule for the day, and your agenda is completely and totally planned out and orchestrated by people.
You don't have that guy following you with that suitcase chained to his arm. Like,
yeah.
You still have the Secret Service, though.
You do.
You still. It's
you
never going to be quiet again.
Nukes, man.
Yeah, it's never going to be quiet again, so it'll just be very weird. So Sealand is back from his California wine adventure. You were talking about how it's scary to drive at one of the places?
To drive to Napa when it's dark out. Like everybody, because everybody was saying, oh man, you're going to love that drive out there. It's beautiful, all the countryside. And I was like, yeah, that sounds great. Very excited about it. That's what part of the reason we were excited about renting a convertible, and which didn't end up happening. And then so we get out there and we like punch in our resort on the maps, and we start driving, and we're like, all right, we're driving through the city. We're driving through San Francisco a little bit. I feel like we've gone in a circle or two, but, we're getting there eventually. And then after a while, it was like, oh, once we are out of the city, it is very, very dark. It's very...
because there's the street lights and stuff aren't there?
Yeah, there's not, and there were portions of that drive where there weren't even lines on the road. It was like a newer road, and they hadn't put the lines on yet, so it was just the reflectors. Mm-hmm. And it was and many of those roads were 2-lane, one each way, and they were winding. I can't
do that.
And there was somebody mad at me. I could tell. I thought maybe they were just hitting some bumps, and that's why I'm seeing their lights go up and down. Nope, they were flashing me because I was going too slow, and they broke many laws trying to get around me. But it was a little frightening. I was also a little tired, but not tired enough to fall asleep because that was a lot of stimulation at that time.
Yeah, that is not comfortable at all for me. I'm bad at driving at night anyways. I got like light sensitivity issues and stuff. So it's already a nightmare for me. But when you're on a pitch black road like that, the one thing I do every once in a while, and this is not good, you shouldn't do it, but if you kick off your headlights, if you're out on a road like that, kick off your headlights for like 3 seconds.
Actually, the car had automatic brights. So
did it?
Yeah. So that they would turn on, and then when it saw other cars coming, flip them back off.
Man, and you drove, and I think this is crazy. I know you're not put off by it. I'm not sure if Sabrina
we were
would do
excited to do it.
It's a taxi cab with no human being in it. I don't know why that seems okay.
I don't know. I've seen all the videos. I think I'd be even more comfortable sitting in the seat in which is driving itself.
You're not allowed to sit in the driver's seat.
I know that, but like that's where I would feel so uncomfortable being in the passenger seat. I feel like at the very least, if I was behind it and not touching anything, God forbid anything happened.
Wait, can you sit in the passenger seat, or is it only the back seat?
You can sit in the passenger seat, but they say you can't, no grabbing the steering wheel, none of that. And then if you cannot sit in the driver's seat, I don't think it'll even open the door for you.
Wow.
The car was a Jaguar, which I was a little surprised at.
Is this it right here?
Yeah. This is us, we're on our way to dinner or something.
Nobody driving the car. Just the steering wheel, just moving itself. You're trusting in all the technology. Turning corners. Not a bit of you was worried when this is going on?
No, we thought it was super cool.
Damn. This is the future for sure. And the future is a bit frightening, I think. But
they have so you could tell immediately which cars are the Waymos. Like you can see them, and then they have all these little spinny things on top and all around, and the one on top doubles as a little screen. So it'll tell the pedestrians that, hey, I know you're pedestrians and I'm stopping for you. Or if it's time for you to get picked up, it puts your initials. That's my wife's maiden initials, kind of rude, but that's what it put up there. So it was like, hey, this is, so this is your car, because there's so many Waymos. There's a bunch of them out there.
That's so strange.
The first trip we took was during the day, and we were going out to Fisherman's Wharf, and there was a lot of traffic, but there were a bunch of bicycle kids, a whole bicycle gang, started riding by and weaving in and out of traffic, and the thing stopped for it very well. It's it's moving for cyclists, pausing for cyclists. And the bicycle kids, especially because which ones don't have drivers in them, they would just ride by and smack the car. Just
really?
Yeah. Because they know it'll stop. They don't care.
A Reef Break on YouTube says, Elon announced self-driving vans and people lose their minds. Waymo has been doing it for 10 years. Crickets. Elon fanboys are nuts. I wasn't at all blown away by the self-driving taxi thing that he had, I was blown away by the robots. Even though there are some human people controlling those, I thought that was a glimpse into the future. So that was something strange.
I only kind of skimmed that headline when they announced the self-driving taxis. Those don't even have steering wheels, right? It's just like a flat panel up front.
Yeah, it's just like a thing that you get into, which I think will be more normal for us. I think moving forward, this will just be a very, very normal thing.
I used to say, because when you were in high school or maybe middle school, when you're headed to the car, you call shotgun. I want shotgun. That shotgun used to be a thing. When you were riding behind a horse, the person that was not driving the horse was holding the shotgun to keep you safe. Now people are going to call driver. I'm like, I want the driver's seat.
Yeah, it's weird.
Forget what that means.
When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Another week, another musician speaking out on Trump using their songs. But this one has an interesting take. An update on James Blunt and his promise to change his name if his album does well. And here's a hint, his album is doing well. Plus, we now have the numbers of how much Folia do is going to Folia lose. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. At 9, it's Real Laughs, followed by Real Music Weekends at 10 on Real Radio 104.1 and on your free iHeartRadio app.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey, Central Florida, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for the rest of our Wednesday, we will expect a breezy and cooler day. Temperatures will settle down into the mid-60s as we head over the course of this afternoon, with wind gusts as high as around 25 to 30 miles per hour. Overnight, temperatures will dip down into the 50s. Be sure to have the jacket or hoodie ready to go tomorrow morning. But by tomorrow afternoon, sunshine and highs in the mid-70s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Driving High will get you a DUI. Stay alert, stay alive. Don't drive high. Driving high will get you more than a DUI, like higher insurance rates, legal troubles, loss of your license, and potentially your life. Don't risk it. Stay alert, stay alive. Don't drive high. A safety message from the Florida Department of Transportation.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. Call A1 Garage Door Service today.
A1 from day one.
Hey, welcome to Total Wireless. How can I help you?
Oh, my phone is panicking. It thinks I'm trading it in.
No worries. At Total Wireless, you get 50% off the Total 5G Unlimited plan when you keep your phone.
Really? 50% off and I get to keep my phone? Wow.
Yep, that's as low as $25 per month for one line when you sign up for AutoPay.
Visit your Total Wireless store today. Restrictions apply. Compatible device required. Available exclusively online and in Total Wireless retail stores.
As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust new Febreze car vent clips, now with 3 times greater scent control. Because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with new Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up Oscar!
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Wawa handcrafted beverages are just $3 or $4. From iced lattes to smoothies to a late-night milkshake. Get any handcrafted 16 or 24-ounce beverage for just $3 or $4. Gotta have a Wawa.
I'm sitting here with Jeff Jr. of Trajan Wealth. Jeff, I'm concerned because we're in an election year, right? Which, sure to shake things up and all that. But last year was a great year in the market, and it's just not looking so good this year.
Well, yeah, the market is cyclical, and that's why it's a perfect time to diversify and lock in some of those gains. You may even qualify for an upfront bonus of up to 30% just for opening an account, and up to 12% guaranteed growth for your retirement income.
Up to 30% for just opening an account, and up to 12% per year, all guaranteed?
Yeah, and you probably won't hear many other advisors talking about this because they don't have access. I will say it's because of the high interest rate climate we're in, and this probably won't last long.
If you're concerned about what this messy election could do to your finances, call Trajan Wealth today and learn how to get up to 30% bonus and up to 12% growth per year for retirement income. Call 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states says Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Paid advertisement.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations for you to explore right now, like Coffee Shop Radio.
Bad habits lead to you. Yeah, they were all yellow.
Offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Your direct line to the heroes that saved Canada that one time.
Moment, all things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Fritz on the Street coming up right after that.
Oh, yeah.
The first showdown in a little while here on the show. And before we get into the next episode, I want to remind you, if you miss any of the show today, you can always subscribe to the podcast for free. Oh, Fritz is here with us. Hey, Fritz, how are you? There he is.
Good. How are you?
Good. Good to see you. I'm excited to get into Fritz on the Street.
Me too.
But if you want to subscribe to the podcast for free, you can do that at thenewsjunkie.com. All the links are right there. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I have to poop so bad.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, or Guy.
Smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. Great guy. An expert, some say. And by some, I mean everybody, especially when it's coming to refinancing, buying your first dream home, perhaps a reverse mortgage. Maybe you're a business owner and you're trying to figure out if you want to expand that bad boy. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com. Get the process started today. Any question you have, direct access to the man himself.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It was a mere 231 years ago, 1793. Queen Marie Antoinette was beheaded.
Oh.
Yep. Keep
Kappa was
rolling. Via the guillotine at the time of the French Revolution. But her most famous saying was...
Let them eat
cake.
Yeah. But despite many historians until this day are saying she actually never said that. But it's still
a question.
I don't think anyone said it. I think
when
it's
they used
just to vilify her.
When they use the guillotine, whatever. When they use that on somebody, I know we don't really know the
Is
answer.
it guillotine or guillotine?
Guillotine.
My
Technically,
bad.
it's guillotine, but then
If
when
you're
you say it
Freddie
that way-
Mercury, it's guillotine.
I'm going to go with that
that's
one.
an
then.
advanced move.
Guillotine.
When you drop that, is it just head off? Are they
quick
that
slice.
sharp, or is it like clunk, and then you drop it again?
It's also very heavy.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not really a serrated, more of a just a sweet chop,
Yeesh.
which I feel like is better. Can you imagine if
quick?
You have to go over and over again? You didn't die that first time. You're just waiting for your head to be chopped off.
The guillotine sharpener took the week off, then you might have some problems.
Oh, man.
I might be mispronouncing this. The guillotine. We now have the folie douce.
That seems right.
All right, and they're Folia losing a bunch of money.
Not going well. Not going.
No, that is the part 2 of Joker, and it is now poised to become one of the biggest box office flops in history.
I saw only recently the Wikipedia article was updated that said it's on pace to become a box office bomb.
Damn.
It is dropping fast, and
I've seen
for
a
some
couple of
reason they're
people-
finding more of land for it to bury under.
I've seen a couple people here and there who are saying, "Oh, I saw it and I actually liked it," but they are few and far between.
Well, the headline I saw before I just printed this story was it is like they're zooming it to availability on streaming
This month.
services.
I think Max.
Yeah.
Which is not typical of a big movie like this. I think it's October 29th is when it's supposed to be on. Oh, it's going to be Max too. It's not even like available to purchase on your own.
I don't know.
Like it's free for the Max users.
I heard Max. I don't know. Probably the homeless man gave me bad info.
According to a new report in Variety, they estimate that this could lose Warner Bros. Up to how much money during its theatrical run?
Oh, man. It costs a lot.
I'm gonna. Can I guess?
Yeah.
Can I say 90 million?
That's a guess.
Oh, I think it's double that and more. I think it's 225.
That is also a guess.
224.
It is $200 million estimated. Yeah, it grossed $51.5 million domestically, $165 million globally during its first 2 weeks in theaters. Its total gross is projected to be $65 million domestically and $210 globally. So either way, I'm no mathematician, but it looks like they're going to be in the red big time.
Damn.
Someone who is seeing green, but wants to also wag his gay finger is one of the members of this band.
Village People.
Village People is right. Yes. There's only one gay, or all of them were gay?
There was a couple
just one.
gays, I think.
Just a couple
was
guys.
it?
I think the motorcycle guy with the mustache. He was.
And he
gay.
is dead.
Yeah, he died from lung cancer.
Dang. Well, this one's alive and well, and maybe not gay, but Victor Willis no longer speaking out against Donald Trump using YMCA at his rallies, admitting It's actually good for business.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, here's the rundown. All right. Sailor, openly gay. Construction worker, we don't know. Biker, straight. Cowboy, gay. Indian, gay. Cop, we don't know. That's the rundown.
That sounds like all gay to me. Yeah.
This is what I'm looking at here.
So the former president, Donald Trump, he danced for 40 minutes to a variety of songs that also included YMCA.
Yeah, that was kind of awkward.
I just want to hear from the DJ who transitioned Ave Maria into the YMCA. That is tough. But as he put it, Trump is legally allowed to play the YMCA at his events. Previously applied for a political use license from Victor's Performing Rights Organization, BMI. He continued Trump's use of the YMCA has greatly benefited the song. When Trump started using YMCA, the song shot back up to number 2 on the Billboard digital chart.
Really?
He admitted he could get his wife, a lawyer, to revoke Trump's license. He decided not to, even though he doesn't support the nominee. He said his wife sent Trump's campaign a cease and desist letter after he hired a Village People cover band to perform at Mar-a-Lago. And now that they're looking at the numbers, they're like, well, we don't support you. We do support the money that we're getting.
Yeah, we'll take that cash, maybe.
And it's all a business, baby. Earlier this month, I told you that this guy right here wears the button. My life.
James Blunt.
Yeah. James Blunt is right. He said that it was a promise, actually, that he would legally change his name to whatever they wanted if the re-release of his 2004 album, Back to Bedlam, went number 1 in the UK.
Did it?
Bet your British butt / American butt. It absolutely did.
Oh, no.
It has officially arrived. Well, it's not topping the charts, but it's soaring so quickly that he has revealed his new name, if it becomes number 1, is gonna be Blunty McBluntface.
Oh, this
that
is
was
good.
the number 1 most voted name.
We totally called that, too.
We absolutely
we did, yeah.
It's also the easiest. I feel like if any contest goes out that like, hey, name this thing or person, it's always going to be something face,
yeah,
right?
Bodie McBoatface or whatever.
I think like future generations are going to look back and be like, ugh, cringe.
So,
what happened?
Posted a sketch video on his Twitter account /X saying James Blunt, it is no longer. Now the options were Jimmy Spliff, Blames Junt, Divok Origi.
I like Blames Junt.
James. This is one of the options, and this is safe to say, but I must say it slowly. No one talk. James Cucking Funt.
Ooh, yeah. That could be, you can flip-flop there. Not good. Not
Also
good.
the other option, which I wish he would have gone with, Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Pop Star 4-chord Song Machine.
That's great.
But instead, it has been determined if it goes number 1, it will be Blunty McBluntface. So start listening to that album, especially those in the UK.
He's always been funny.
He's a great guy, and he loves his fedoras. That was a lie. I don't know if he has a fedora.
He's got one.
Speaking of throwbacks, just when you thought that the nostalgia pot was empty, no drops left. You have Hallmark, and I believe Crayola Studios saying, hold my wine because I'm going to take this last little bit. Coming up to a tube near you in 2025 or 26, Rainbow Bright, the TV project.
Really? They're bringing it back.
1980s children's franchise Rainbow Bright, the TV series and theatrical film, is now in the works. The logline says, Rainbow Bright, a friend, a hero, role model, and creative inspiration who brings all the colors of the rainbow to the universe, transported to a dark and gloomy place with a mission to bring color, light, and happiness to the world. And that's all we got. Take our money. On the boob tube, we have The Masked Singer, The Golden Bachelorette, What Would You Do? Second season premiere of Shrinking on Apple TV+. And you can catch Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, all the Chicagos as well, in Jason Segel on Colbert. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we return, Fritz on the streets. It is going down here on the show, and this is when you try to get us to represent you, because if we win, you win, and you get your hands on the very rare Hitman Magnet. The FOTS Hitman Magnet is only available to people who win Fritz on the street. So if you want us to play for you, now's the time. You hit us up in chat, send a dispatch. That's probably not going to work. Just get our attention on social media, and we shall pick you perhaps for Fritz on the street. So we'll all select somebody, and we'll battle it out, because the greatest game in all of radio is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win tickets to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all season long on our Instagram at Real Radio 1041.
There's a lot of congestion on Boggy Creek Road near Simpson Road. Traffic is slowing down on Florida's Turnpike northbound between US 192 and the Greenway there. You could expect your regular delays on I-4 in the Champions Gate area. No major problems on State Road 429 or the Greenway. But if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Protecting America, fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey, welcome to Total Wireless. How can I help you?
Oh, my phone is panicking. It thinks I'm trading it in.
No worries. At Total Wireless, you get 50% off the Total 5G Unlimited plan when you keep your phone.
Really? 50% off and I get to keep my phone? Wow.
Yep, that's as low as $25 per month for one line when you sign up for AutoPay.
Visit your Total Wireless store today. Restrictions apply. Compatible device required. Available exclusively online and in Total Wireless retail stores.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
We all think about buying a house instead of renting, right? But did you ever realize you're renting your electricity every single month? Yep, overpaying the power company and watching prices rise every year. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power with Solar Source? I started with my pool heater going solar, and now I'm thrilled with Solar Source's pay-as-you-go system, where I can save each month starting at only $99. Now, Solar Source isn't new to this game. They've been in business for nearly 40 years with the same phone number since 1984 and over 60,000 installations right here in Central Florida. They are the company I trust. Are you ready to stop renting your electricity? Switch to Solar Source today and start owning your own power. Switch to Solar Source today by going to solarsource.com/monster. Honestly, going Solar Source has been the best thing we've done all year. I absolutely love the company, and you save more money when you tell them you know Russ Rollins. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
It's Oktoberfest season in Central Florida, and the Filatowski Eye Institute wants you to see every detail of the celebration. For over 3 decades, they've been helping Central Florida residents experience life's joys with crystal clarity. Imagine seeing all the festivities without worrying about lost contacts or foggy glasses. With their 24-month interest-free financing, LASIK is on tap for you this October. Text 1041 to 868686 now for your free LASIK consultation at the Filatowski Eye Institute, and raise a glass to clear vision.
Cybersecurity Awareness Month is still going strong, and LifeLock has a message about phishing. The scams cyber criminals use to trick victims into allowing access to their devices so they can steal your personal information. Being aware of potential phishing scams is one way to help protect your personal information. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start protecting your identity with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my first name, Clay, as your promo code. Terms apply.
Real Radio wants to provide you with the assist for your holiday shopping by putting $1,000 in your hand before the holidays. We're talking about $1,000 13 times a day. Simply listen for the keywords to win $1,000 weekdays from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do that on your phone or computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer your phone from a number you most likely will not recognize when they call back the winner, because that's how you get $1,000 in your hand. This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
The model year is over. Drive new 2024 Nissans from $18,900 at Southernland Nissan Orlando.
I'm Julian Edelman.
I'm Rob Gronkowski.
Welcome to Dudes on Dudes. We're going to highlight players, and we're just going to sit here and talk about them. And we'll get into the types of dudes. Is Randy Moss a stud or a freak? Is Tom Brady a dog or a dude's dude?
We're gonna find out, Jules. New episodes drop every Thursday during the NFL season.
Listen to Dudes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Dudes on Dudes to start listening.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening to the...
Just a moment. You don't find this kind of content on Dudes on Dudes. I'm just going to tell you. All right. Just not going to find it there, all right?
We had some thoughts.
Yeah.
How has no one come up with that podcast name until now?
Okay, we are going to get into Fritz on the Street here in just a moment. Thank you for hanging out with us today. And we like to pick one person each to fight for you and Fritz on the Street. If we win, you get your hands on the very rare FOTS Hitman Magnet. You can find all the magnets up on the Game of Magnets section of the newsjunkie.com. I will be picking Kelly H. from YouTube, who says, pick me. I have a wine hangover right now. Oh. And that sounds tough.
Same.
And so, Kelly H., I'll be fighting for you today. What about you, Sabrina?
C-Lane, if you can go first, that would be great.
Right.
C-Lane,
There's
go
messages
first.
coming in right now.
I picked Old Man River, who sends in a dispatch, very brave, to ask for the person who's been gone for 3 days. True. Show.
And I'm going to go with texting service. That is Artie Knows.
Artie Knows. Okay. As in Artie Lang's nose? Is that what they're getting at?
But it's Knows.
Oh, I see. All right. Okay.
What a delicious pun.
There is a very important question to ask right now. Fritz, you ready to do this thing?
I believe in my heart of hearts I am.
All right. Let's do Fritz on the Streets.
Now it's time for Fritz on the Street.
Welcome back, C-Lane.
Thank you, Fritz.
Hello, Sabrina.
Hey, you.
Hello, Sean.
Hey, Fritz.
Fritz on the Street is sponsored by Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. 866-CALL-MO. I actually texted Mo last week. I'm like, hey, I'm going into a meeting. I have some questions. And he's always just Johnny on the spot. Love that man.
Nice.
In first place with 255 points, that would be Christopher Lane.
Yeah.
In second place, 10 points removed with 245 points, that would be Sabrina Umbra.
Okay.
And in third place with 215 points, Sean Wasson.
Man.
You know the rules. 8 questions, 4 current event, and 4 general knowledge trivia questions. If you think you know it, chime in for that opportunity to pick up a bonus point.
How was your triumphant return to Fritz's Funhouse last night?
Thank you so much for asking. It was great. We had 4 teams, though, so I think people were still kind of without power, kind of in between. But we got 8 participants, and they stuck around, and that's what
How
matters.
hammered were they?
Mediocre.
Okay.
Around, a mediocre hammer. That's the title. So if you think you know it, chime in for that bonus point. Is everyone in?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Without further ado, question number 1. On a budget of $5 million. Sean?
Joker 2.
That is incorrect.
Oh, no!
On a budget of $5 million. Sabrina.
Terrifier 3.
That is correct.
Sick.
Full question. On a budget of $5 million, which film dominated the box office in its opening weekend? Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Terrifier 3? Folie à Trois.
4.
4.
3.
3 for Celine.
5.
And 5 for Sean. Question number 1. With answers of 3, 4, and 5. Let's see if my computer is going to take its time loading again. It might look like that. On a budget of $5 million, which film dominated the box office in its opening weekend?
I have no idea. Terrifier 3.
Pass.
No idea.
Terrifier 3.
Terrifier 3.
Terrifier 3. Blair Witch Project.
All right, so is that 6 or 4?
4.
Okay,
is what
because I
heard.
totally wrote down the wrong thing.
4.
So that means, let's see, Celine is picking up 1 point, and picking up a 3-pointer is Sabrina Ambra.
Kobe.
We now move
I said
on.
5. Don't I get one?
Yeah, you get one now.
Oh,
Yeah, all right,
He
yeah.
said it's so sad.
Question 2 is about a song. Which Bob Marley song did Eric Clapton cover? Celine.
I Shot the Sheriff.
That is correct. For a number 1 hit, rounds out that question. Celine, out of 8 answers, how many do you think know Eric Clapton?
7.
7.
5.
5 for Sean.
I'll go with 4.
And 4 for Sabrina. Question 2 with answers of 4, 5, and 7. Let's see.
Ding,
Who
ding.
knows?
Ding, ding.
Which Bob Marley song did Eric Clapton cover for a number 1 hit?
One Love.
Did you do No Woman, No Cry?
I got nothing.
I Shot the Sheriff?
That is correct, yeah.
Okay.
No Woman, No Cry. I don't know. My wife's gonna kill me. I don't know.
I don't. The only one I can think of is Tears in Heaven, and I know that's not it. I should know that, but I don't know.
That would be 1. So no points awarded on that one.
Would you know my name?
Waka.
Yeah, no points awarded on that one. That's okay.
Kind of want to hear that now.
Yeah.
See you later. We got an afternoon project.
Yeah, let's do AI Bob Marley's.
How dare you? We would do it.
Oh, yeah,
Probably
you guys
go
would
through
do it
AI,
live.
Yeah.
Moving on to question 3 now, kind of in the same vein. Over the weekend, FEMA workers were assaulted due to the spread of misinformation. Sean.
North Carolina?
That is correct. Were assaulted due to the spread of misinformation, and a suspect was arrested in which U.S. state? Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said North Carolina?
First of all, we're going to put misinformation in air quotes because we don't know yet whether or not this hurricane machine thing is fully true.
Yeah, that's true. Or if the illegal migrants are taking all the money.
There goes that endorsement, Sean.
Sorry. FEMA, the FEMA
Sean
story.
wasn't here for hurricane machines.
Big weather just pulled out all of its money.
4.
5.
5 for Celine.
3.
And 3 for Sabrina. Question 3 with answers of 3, 4, and 5. Let's see, how many people know their misinformation? Over the weekend, FEMA workers were assaulted due to the spread of misinformation, and a suspect was arrested in which U.S. state?
North Carolina. North Carolina. North Carolina.
Oh, man, I think that was Florida, wasn't it? Deltona.
North Carolina.
Deltona.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
That would be 7. So no points awarded on that one.
All right. Game starts now, guys.
Upcoming is question 4. That's the halfway point. And Fritz on the Street, after question 4, I will tell you who so far is leading on the day. And it goes thusly. The Brandenburg Gate is located in which European country?
Sabrina.
España. That is incorrect.
Celine. Sweden.
That is incorrect.
Sean. I would like to hear the question again.
You got it.
Smart.
The Brandenburg Gate is located in which European country?
Brandenburg. That leads me to England.
That would be Deutschland, Germany.
Damn it. That's what I was thinking, too.
Sean, you got question 3, right?
Why'd
We
you
will start
say
with you.
England?
First of all, shut your mouth. Second of all, there's not a lot of logic behind my moves on this game, if you haven't noticed that.
I haven't noticed.
I think 2 people knew it.
2 out of 8 for Sean.
1
for C-Lane.
4.
And 4 for Sabrina. Question 4 with answers of 1, 2, and 4. Let's see who knows their Germany.
This is our ding-ding.
Who
I know
knows
it.
their Brandenburgs.
I know it.
And their
Ding-dings.
Brandenburg Gate is located in which European country?
Germany.
That one I know I don't know.
Germany.
Germany?
Oh, Germany.
Germany?
Spain.
France?
That would be 5. So Sabrina, with your guess of 4, picking up 1 point.
I like that answer. That one I know I don't know.
It's like the levels of competence.
Yeah.
You know you don't know. And then at the end,
Now you know?
it's like unconscious competence. In first place with 4 points, that would be Sabrina / Artie Knows.
Cool.
Artie Knows. And then we have a tie for second and third place with 2 points each. C-Lane / Old Man River and Sean
Guys.
Lawson / Kelly H.
Huddle up, guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
We got hurricane brain still, I think.
This has been a bad performance so far.
At least I don't feel that
gotta
bad.
step it up. Yeah, C-Lane's been
I'm
gone. He's got
tied.
an excuse. Yeah. All right, here we go.
All right, sidebar over.
Yes.
Sidebar's over. Sorry, Fritzy.
Sorry, Fritz.
Starting with question 5. It's a whole new game for you guys. Question 5. Recently, an armed man was arrested due to
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
California?
That is correct. Look at that. He goes to California, and he knows about the third
Must be nice, huh?
possible assassination attempt. Full question. Recently, an armed man was arrested due to assassination concerns outside President Trump's rally in which U.S. state? C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said California?
I'm going to go 7.
7.
4.
4 for Sean.
6.
And 6 for Sabrina. Question 5 with answers of 4, 6, and 7.
Ding, ding. I know
Let's
it.
see who
It's a ding,
knows
ding. I know it.
about that. Recently, an
Oh
armed
my
man
God,
was
we haven't had
arrested
one.
due to assassination concerns outside President Trump's rally in which U.S. state?
California.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania?
Farts.
Florida.
Massachusetts. Pennsylvania?
California.
That would be 2. No points awarded. That really didn't get a lot of traction either.
No, yeah, because the guy was a Trump supporter, and like the New York Post kind of ran with that story before they
Did
knew
they
what was
come
going
to a
on.
conclusion that it was an attempt? Though?
Yeah, it was like a Second Amendment Trump supporter who just happened to have guns with him. And
So it wasn't an attempt. And
No, he was trying to use
viewed
a
as that,
fake.
though.
Yeah, that's what they thought at first, because of the other incidents. He was trying to use a fake VIP pass to get in somewhere. I think.
What a dummy.
Oh, yeah.
Three questions left. We've done this before. I just wanted to hear what this panel thought of it.
Oh, God.
Which color does the bride traditionally wear in
C-Lane.
China? C-Lane.
In China.
Sabrina.
China.
Red.
That is correct. Red is correct. C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said red? Or rojo?
5.
5.
6.
6 for Sabrina.
2.
And 2 for Sean. Question 6. With answers of 2, 5, and 6. Let's see if someone is picking up.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, yeah, someone's getting it.
I thought you deleted that thing.
Could it be? Yeah, exactly. Which color does the bride traditionally wear in China?
Black.
Red? Red.
Black.
Red.
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 That would be 6. Sabrina's picking up 2 points on that one. C-Lane with a guess of 5, picking up 1 point. We have 2 questions remaining. Question 7. On Tuesday, the Pentagon granted honorable discharges to more than 800 veterans because of their sexual preferences during which controversial policy? C-Lane.
Sabrina.
C-Lane said it first.
Don't say gay.
That
Sabrina.
is incorrect.
Oh,
Sabrina.
damn it!
Don't ask, don't tell.
Son of a
Ask,
bitch.
Don't tell is
I have my wrong gay
correct.
policy.
So many gay policies. Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said don't ask, don't tell?
Can I tell? Did they ask?
Technically, C-Lane was right. You know.
Nah, not the answer he was looking for. 7?
7?
They might go with C-Lane's
5 for
answer.
C-Lane.
6.
And 6 for Sean. Question 7 with answers of 5, 6, and 7.
Gay. Gay.
Who said don't ask, don't tell? On Tuesday,
Damn,
the Pentagon
dude.
granted honorable discharges to more than 800 veterans because of their sexual preferences during which controversial policy?
Don't ask, don't tell?
Don't ask, don't tell?
Don't ask, don't tell.
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 Is it the don't ask, don't tell?
That would be 8. Sabrina, with your guess of 7, picking up 1 point. And we now move to question 8. But before we do, let's take a look at the leaderboard. In first place with 8 points, that would be Sabrina Ambra / Artie Knows. In second place with 5 points, Christopher Lane / Old Man River. And in third place with 2 points, Sean Wasson / Kelly H.
You haven't got 1 point? That's
Here's
awesome.
the very, very last
It's
question.
anybody's game unless you're Sean.
He goes like
Hey,
this.
you shut up too.
What is the capital of Panama?
C-Lane.
C-Lane?
Panama City.
That is correct.
God damn.
Panama City. C-Lane out of 8
Panama.
answers. How many do you think said Panama City?
7.
7.
Hell yeah.
6 for Sabrina.
4.
And 4 for Sean. Question 8.
Actually, I'll change mine to 7, please.
7 for Sabrina. Change is now official. Let's see who gets it with answers of 4 and 7.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone knows their Panama City. Who is it, and who is winning on
You're
the
real
day?
proud of
What is
yourself
the
for
capital
that.
of Panama?
Panama City.
Panama City.
Panama City?
Canal. Panama City.
Panama City?
Panama City?
Panama City?
That would be 7. So C-Lane is picking up a 3-pointer on question 8, and Sabrina is picking up 2 points. That rounds out the game thusly. In first place with 10 points, Sabrina Ambra / Artie Knows. That's 2 weeks in a row she's won. C-Lane in second place with 8 points / Old Man River. And in third place with 2 points, Sean Wasson / Kelly H. That means in first place and still leading on Fritz on the Street with 263
Who's
points.
that boy?
Christopher Lane
Suck it, Sabrina.
in second place. 8 points removed now with 255 points, Sabrina
8 points,
Ambra.
bitch.
And in third place with 217 points, Sean Wasson, and that is Fritz on the Street.
Thank you, Fritz!
Thank you, Fritzy.
Thank you.
Yeah, suck it, C-Line. I'm only 48 points behind you right now. It's just right in the rear
Anyone's
view.
game.
E-Fresh Rock says, Sean and Sabrina suck so bad at this game. Well, she's closer than I am. Even though C-Lane was gone for 3 days, he still won. Look.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
I just won.
I am bad at my
You
response
suck at listening
time.
to the show.
I am bad at my response time. I know most of the answers, but I'm bad at saying my name faster. I got to work on that. I'm just going to sit in the studio after hours and be like, Sean.
That would be crazy for Courtney to witness.
I might look weird.
Yeah.
I will grant you that. It might look a little crazy.
I'm going to ride a bike in front of you a la Mike Tyson's Punch Out, and you can jog, and I'll just be like, in the year 1706, Sean. No, that was too soon,
Panama
Sean.
City, Panama
Too
City.
soon.
Fritz, can you Rocky montage me and get me in shape for Fritz on the street? And I'll start winning.
You're like eating a sausage, I smack it out of your mouth, and I go, spinach. You start sauteing spinach.
So good to have you back, Fritz.
Nice
We
to
love
be
you.
back.
We appreciate you. And you can follow Fritz. Go to thenewsjunkie.com/share, thenewsjunkie.com/share, or go to no_regrets_coyote on Instagram. Hit that follow button and be there next week. Everything's back to normal next week. Be there for Fritz's Funhouse Trivia at Cavo's on Tuesday nights. That's where the fun goes down. And you could be a part of Fritz on the Street. Fritz, you going to hang out with us today?
I thought you'd never ask.
Yes. Very good news. Let's go over to this here. Tom emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com.
Hey, Tom.
It says, on Iran and pot. Okay, what do you got, Tom?
Sounds
Hey,
like
Sean,
a party.
still catching up since the hurricane. Regarding the story about our presidential election, you were surprised Iranians had opinions about it. I was actually more surprised so many of them spoke English. In fact, I'm amazed how many people in other countries can speak multiple languages when most of us Americans can hardly even handle one. True. Even though we try, we have second languages that we put in our schools and we push this on kids. Like me, it doesn't stick with most people because America's a big country and we don't traverse into other countries with other languages as much as you do in Europe or somewhere else. As far as pot legalization, although I'm sure it will be approved one day, I'm not for it. I think you said you believe most cops are for it.
It's not
but
about freedom at all.
All the ones I know are against it, says Tom. Most officers really don't bother with small possession amounts, and the people that do get charged only receive a ticket and a fine. Nobody goes to jail. I know that that's a thing. It's a huge
In your
misnomer
world.
that the prisons are full of people who had weed. It's just not accurate. It's almost always something else that's attached to it. It's like somebody beat their wife and they had weed, and then they'll be like, this person's...
Yeah.
So there's a lot of misinformation out there. There have been many times that it led to an arrest for a lot worse in the world of drugs, illegal firearms, or more serious crimes. I'm against it for a couple of reasons. He's talking about recreational marijuana. From what I've read, it really hasn't helped other states that legalized it. I visited some of those states and got tired of the smell in public places, even though it was illegal to smoke in public. Well, they should be enforcing it.
The commercial, a political ad that I saw this morning.
Is it?
I'm not kidding.
I don't believe it's fair to give one person more rights when it so negatively affects others' rights. Maybe if pot smoke smelled better, I'd feel differently. Even if it passes here, I'm pretty sure outdoor smoking will not be allowed. But it doesn't matter because nobody will enforce it much here either. That is kind of problematic. Because if you say you can't smoke this in public and then people start smoking in public and then you start charging people with that, then it's just a new frivolous thing that you're charging people with. So that is kind of a weird thing. I don't know too many high-functioning, no pun, people who regularly smoke pot. And I've just seen too many lives destroyed by drugs and alcohol. Even though alcohol can cause more harm, I don't feel we need to make another drug more accessible. Take care, says Tom.
Speaking of political ads, the one I saw this morning was...
With the sheriffs?
No, it was the biggest snake in Florida is not in the Everglades. He's in
Tallahassee?
Yeah, or he's in the legislature or something. And then it was the whole ad had Rick Scott's face CGI'd on a giant snake slithering around doing Rick Scott stuff.
Still, I will say to this day, I've never met a Rick Scott fan. I know plenty of people who like Ron DeSantis, and there's good things about Ron DeSantis in my estimation. A lot of people do not like him, but Rick Scott, I've never once run into somebody that's like, Rick Scott's the best. He's my favorite. I've never seen a Rick Scott shirt. I don't even know if I've seen a Rick Scott sign in somebody's yard. Somehow he manages out there. And who's going against him? Who's the person running against Rick Scott? Do you remember?
No idea.
It's the Hispanic woman. She runs a lot of ads.
I've only seen like stuff with or for or against Rick Scott. I've yet to really like click in who's running against him.
Ardnos on Twitch says, seriously, F this guy. I function just fine. Do you, though? Do you? Maybe you're so stoned you don't know that you're not functioning correctly. How about that?
I smelled it a couple times in San Francisco, but
then what? It went away?
Yeah. Just blew off.
How about you hear that, Jack? He's smoking weed in San Francisco. Contact high.
I smelled it yesterday when I was on our walk with Lady. We walked by this car and it just reeked of weed, and we don't have the recreational. So I think you're going to smell weed. Weed's just out there in the world. You just smell it. I wish that people weren't doing that. I do think it would be better if people just did it inside. But
or ate it or vaped it.
I can't. My main focus is just increasing tax revenues. So if people want to spend money on weed, it's so dumb to make that just a black market purchase, or even pretend like it just needs to be in this medical world. Because it's really a wink, wink, nudge, nudge thing. I'm just being honest here, okay?
Well,
Almost every state that's ever done medical marijuana, it's not as if there was some giant medical breakthrough. Are there people that benefit from marijuana medically?
Charlotte's Web was a giant medical breakthrough.
That doesn't get you high.
Correct, but that was having to do with medical marijuana.
I'm saying marijuana for medical purposes, there are certain things that some people can benefit from, but it's just a way to get it in. It's just a way to get people access to it. Most of the people who are on marijuana are not using it for medical purposes. I just say, let's tax the hell out of this. Let's use it for stuff. I wish it was tied to something we can all agree upon. And I don't even know if that would be education. There's a lot of funding for education already. I think it might be for bigger problems that we face, like addiction and homelessness and things that we could throw some more money at and try to fix those things. Why wouldn't you just use this as a revenue stream? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think weed's that big of a deal.
Plus, we need to make sure it's not being cut with all kinds of Chinese fentanyl.
Oh, you bet your ass. It's not even just fentanyl. It's that Chinese fentanyl.
There was one ad that was like, kids, they're doing gummies. And the gummies are making them overdose. If not, it's leading to domestic violence. Is that what you want in your neighborhood?
Yeah, I heard that.
What a stretch.
I forgot who I heard mention that. And then I saw there were studies that said marijuana use leads to more domestic violence. But I think in most of those studies, it was a compound factor. So they would, if somebody was an alcoholic and they beat their wife and they also smoked pot, that person would count. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that in my view of it, that was the thing that made it an abusive situation. It was the person is an abuser, number one, and alcohol, I think, often makes people lose their minds. Okay, when we come back, the thing that Trump has going on today that's a little bit strange, when you go down those rabbit holes, what's it doing to your brain? This is a piece of information you might want to hear. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
All week on the Jim Colbert Show, it's your chance to join us on the Bucks Bus as we go to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on the Atlanta Falcons Sunday, October 27th.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a couple accidents to keep an eye out for here on the express lanes of I-4 westbound near Conroy Road. There's an accident off to the side. Watch out for an accident on John Young Parkway near Tap Vineland Road. Traffic is slowing down on I-4 eastbound approaching Champions Gate there, and there's congestion at the ramp junction where Florida's Turnpike meets the beach line. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. It's time to say goodnight to that check engine light with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service. It'll help troubleshoot the likely cause of your light for free, so you can drive with peace of mind. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
If you missed our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One. Las Vegas, make some noise!
Watch the best moments exclusively on Hulu right now.
You guys are out for a party, I can tell.
See the biggest festival headliners from around the world assembled on one stage on one show.
This iHeart energy is so incredible. See it all at our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Streaming only on Hulu right now.
Taking an antidepressant, but still dealing with stress, mood swings, and trouble sleeping? Maybe your depression medication isn't working as well as it could. Find out by taking part in a clinical research study. Compensation is available to those who qualify and enroll. Call CNS Healthcare at 407-425-5100 or go to cnshealthcare.com to schedule an assessment for more on this depression research study for people who aren't satisfied with their current depression medication. That's cnshealthcare.com.
Save up to 50% on select security systems with SafeTouch Security. With upgrades like remote door locks, video doorbell, thermostat control, and camera, all controlled by your MySafeTouch app. Visit safetouch.com. State license number EF2002049.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, October 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Moments like hearing my cat purr good morning mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Download the iHeartRadio app and listen to thousands of live radio stations, podcasts, and stream unlimited music playlists for any mood or activity. Powered by City Kia, Central Florida's favorite auto dealer.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
Frank Gay Services has something cool for you. Keep your AC running smoothly with our expert service. Experienced, professional, friendly, and speedy care that earned us thousands of 5-star reviews. That's the Frank Gay way. Visit frankgayservices.com or call for details.
Marijuana is scientifically proven to be safer than alcohol, but casual marijuana users are treated like dangerous criminals. It's time for a change, and law enforcement officers across Florida agree. Here's Bradford County Sheriff Gordon Smith with more.
Using marijuana doesn't make you a bad person, and it's time we stop ruining lives over it. I'm a Republican sheriff, and I'm voting yes on Amendment 3 for safe, tested, regulated marijuana for adults. Amendment 3 will get marijuana laced with Chinese fentanyl off our streets and save countless Florida lives. With more funding for law enforcement to crack down on the real criminal, it's time. Vote yes on Amendment 3.
Amendment 3, legal marijuana for adults, safe, regulated, lab tested, and from a store, not the street. Get the facts at yeson3.com.
Paid political advertisement paid for by Smart and Save Florida, 1400 Village Square Boulevard, Suite number 3321, Tallahassee, Florida 32312.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors.
Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, CASH. C-A-S-H. Cash. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
Your direct line to the heroes that saved Canada that one time.
To that in a moment here. And Trump did this women-only event today. He did a women-only town hall, and we'll see how that went. We will get to your dispatches. Those are coming in over at thenewsjunkie.com, and I see we have a video dispatch to get to, so I'll put that one to the front of the line. We're hearing, though, and I hate to tell you this, that we may be having to call off the Halloween live broadcast.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What happened was...
I don't really want to read that out loud, but...
Yeah.
I didn't get that. I shall read.
Yeah. So I think what we should do, because I don't know if we're going to be able to lock down something in time, and people are really excited about that. We should do like a huge Halloween stream on Thursday or Friday. I guess Friday would probably make the most sense because it would be rolling into the weekend.
Can we do the live broadcast at your house?
Maybe. I don't know. We could ask. We could. No, we're not set up for it. We could do it. We could still do it for sure. Yeah. So there's some issues that have come up. Yeah, that was going to be fun.
Stinks.
What day is Halloween? Halloween
Thursday.
is Thursday? Okay, so we'll do it on Thursday. Well, at the very, 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 very least, we will be doing something fun on the stream. We'll blow it up
try
big.
to find another spot real quick.
We might be able to. I don't know. Yeah, there's just some things going on behind the scenes. All right.
Bad
so
times.
There's that. Sorry, I'm just telling you what I know. I'm just telling you the things. They're saying dark clouds. Hey, I don't know. I'm just relaying information as quickly as we can.
I thought for sure you're going to say, we got another hurricane coming.
No, God. I don't want that to be the case for the rest of the season.
It is getting a little nippy outside, though.
It's like 66 today or something down here?
Feels great. But it started like when I walked outside this morning to walk Carl, it was like 67. And then I assumed by this hour it would be hotter. It is getting colder.
Yeah.
I have to put my heat on tonight.
Sorry, Rochester. They're down at like 37.
Okay, whatever. You know, our bodies are built different.
Yeah, it's 66 here, Rochester. Hoodies out everywhere. People with full-on winter coats on. It's a whole thing when we get down to that temp. So I saw that Trump was doing this all-women town hall, and I said, let's peek at the numbers. What's the makeup there with women in polling? And it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Women voters are leaning toward Kamala Harris 54% to 41% who are going to be voting for Trump, which is probably about pretty close to what the makeup is of Republicans and Democrats among women. And if you go to young women, I've talked about this just briefly before, women 18 to 34, it's much more noticeable, the split is, than that. Celine, can you look that up real quick? See if you could find women 18 to 34 political poll or something. I want to see how many women in that demographic identify as Democrats versus Republicans. My guess would be 60, maybe 62, 38, maybe even more than that.
Put a bet on it?
I would bet $1 on it.
Boy.
Well, how are we going to bet? What's your guess? That it's going
$5.
What did you look it up?
No, I didn't. Not at all. No, I think you're right. It just, as far as guesses go,
over 60% of women will be my guess, aligned with the Democratic Party and that age group, 18 to 34-year-old women. Women sometimes become a little more conservative as they get older because times change, and that's just how it goes.
All right, I have women ages 18 to 29.
Okay, that's close.
The percentage of which are Democratic/lean Democrat, 65.
Well done.
Wow.
Versus 30% Republican/lean Republican. This is according to Pew Research. Pew.
So Pew's legit, and that's a pretty big number. It's young women that are very much aligned with left politics at the moment.
And those numbers were published in April of this year.
Okay. And probably haven't changed that much since then, I wouldn't think. But Trump sat down and talked to all women at this town hall. Went better than his last thing with Bloomberg did, I guess. But you got to repair the optics if you're the Trump campaign. I just think you have to show more of a grasp. He thinks it went great. I played that clip earlier. He said, I knocked it out of the park. And he thought it was a real winner. But I did not think the same thing. Let's go over to you. Let's work in some dispatches. We've got some video dispatches coming in. This is, I think, from Nos. Let's see. Oh, wait, hold on. Did I have it muted? This may be my fault. Let me bring it back to the drawing board.
Damn it, Nos.
It is indeed my fault. There we go.
Hey, Sean, what they need is smoke lounges like coffee houses at Amsterdam. There's only 2 places in America that have those, 2 states, and tax the hell out of them.
All right. Thank you. I agree with the taxing thing.
Little thrown by the filter. Gotta be honest.
Your video dispatch was a bit shocking on the eyes. You'll know why if you're watching. You can watch over at thenewsjunkie.com. And here's Dingo, who also sent us a video dispatch. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh, Dingo. Ding low.
Dingo, that might be my fault. You look beautiful, though, and your beard is really, really nice. So thank you for that. All right, we're going to put a pause on those for a moment. I teased this. Let me pay it off very quickly. If you're going down rabbit holes, this could be doing some damage to you. And I have done this many times, so I'm probably ruining my brain. It's turning into mush as I speak. Whether it's internet rabbit holes or endless social media interactions, a new poll finds the more time you spend obsessing over what's happening on your screen, the worse your mental health gets. This says. Yep.
They don't know.
Yeah, that's right. They say all
You
of
don't
this
know
is
me.
bad for you. Excessive content consumption can result in feelings of guilt, with the average respondent having 3 pangs of guilt per month. They measure this in pangs?
Pang.
I don't know. What's a pang of guilt? Is it just one really bad moment?
I feel like it's a sharp thing
pang?
to the side.
PNG. What is a pang? All right, pang.
Pang.
A sudden or sharp pain or painful emotion. Lindsay experienced a sharp pang of guilt.
Pang.
I haven't gotten those online. Are we giving you guys pangs listening to this show?
Is that, dude, you don't have ovaries.
Could be. I just push it all down and then hope it goes away.
Really?
When we come back, we'll get to jury duty, and we'll see what's happening over there. Plus, a woman who survived the storms, and she's 105 years old.
Oh, God.
All right, we'll tell her story. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission.
UCF will try to get back into the win column this week after 3 straight losses. Coach Gus Malzahn says the red zone offense has got to be better against number 12 Iowa State. Buccaneers signed practice squad cornerback Keenan Isaac to the active roster. He's emerging as a key special teams player for Tampa. And WNBA star Breanna Stewart says she and her family are okay after her wife recently received a homophobic death threat. I'm Scott Davidson.
You wouldn't drive a car under the influence, so why would you operate a boat? The FWC wants to remind you that operating a boat while impaired is just as deadly as driving a car and carries the same penalties. Be as safe at sea as you are on the land. Visit myfwc.com for more info.
Guys, we live in Central Florida. It's a beautiful place to be when the hurricanes aren't ripping us apart. But after the storms, it's important that your AC is still working like it's supposed to. And that's why you got to call Mills Air. You got any issues with your AC, you remember this. Mills Air, the company that's been in business since 1992, the company that's locally owned and operated, that's family owned and operated, where people will be held accountable if you're not treated right and fairly. That's why you are treated fantastically when you have a Mills Air tech come out to your house. And when they come out, it doesn't matter what type of AC you have. They're going to be able to get you up and running. And if you need a new AC, they're a Carrier factory authorized dealer. Now, that might not mean a lot to you, but it'll mean a lot to your bank account because they can get you access to really big rebates, well over $1,000 if you are going to buy a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a call, 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Hey, welcome to Total Wireless. How can I help you?
Oh, my phone is panicking. It thinks I'm trading it in.
No worries. At Total Wireless, you get 50% off the Total 5G Unlimited plan when you keep your phone.
Really? 50% off and I get to keep my phone? Wow.
Yep, that's as low as $25 per month for one line when you sign up for AutoPay.
Visit your Total Wireless store today. Restrictions apply. Compatible device required. Available exclusively online and in Total Wireless retail stores.
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat right after receiving all their vaccines in one trip. This is the sound of treating yourself, because you protected yourself.
Stop by or schedule both your flu and COVID-19 vaccines today and grab yourself a sweet treat while you're at it. Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. VapoStick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
I'm Jeff Jr., founder and CEO of Trajan Wealth. I was born and raised in northern Wisconsin by both my father, who owned a small 10-lane bowling alley, and my mother, who was a nurse, who did her best caring for everyone in our small town. My parents stressed with me that if you were going to do anything, it needed to be done right or not done at all. I later joined the Marine Corps, where additional values were instilled. Values like honor, courage, and commitment. The motto of the Marine Corps, Semper Fi, which means always faithful. The best part of Trajan Wealth, our 100-plus employees who also embrace the exact same values. If your current financial advisor is more interested in selling you something or is more loyal to their own financial gain than yours, give us a call for a second opinion. We would be honored to hear from you. Call Trajan today at 407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Join us for the spectacular fall edition of Harry's Sip and Savor at Harry's Poolside Bar and Grill, where an exclusive beer selection meets a dazzlingly creative menu. Saturday, October 26th at 7 p.m. for one night only. Featuring Chef Tello Luna and Tripping Animals Brewing. This event is a must-attend. Just $70 per person, plus tax and gratuity. Complimentary self-parking available. Make your reservations for the fall edition of Harry's Sip and Savor at harryspoolside.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. Mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Wawa handcrafted beverages are just $3 or $4. From iced lattes to smoothies to a late-night milkshake. Get any handcrafted 16 or 24-ounce beverage for just $3 or $4. Gotta have a Wawa.
Introducing the latest way to hear the greatest station in the world. Just tell Siri to play Real Radio 104.1. You're welcome, iPhone users. When good things go bad, bad things make headlines. This is
bit here. Send those dispatches through. Video dispatches are appreciated. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and fire off yours right now. Let's get into this story very quickly before jury duty. And it's about a 105-year-old woman, which is shocking
That's
to
the
begin
Sabrina
with.
old woman.
Wow.
There you go.
Not only is this lady 105, Fritz, this woman
She's
survived
hot.
a tornado that destroyed her home. And
Surprised
I was
didn't rip her
surprised.
skin off.
Yeah, I was surprised she was able to make it through this. Hang on, let's see if we can hear from this lady because WPTV did a report on her, and I'd like to hear more.
Oh, here it is.
That's not it. Hold on. Let's see. Let's go over to this lady.
Love the sound.
What is this B-roll?
This is the most dramatic start to this story I could ever imagine. They got
The
like
sound of the
leaves
leaves.
rustling in the wind.
Port Salerno home. She lived here alone.
Oh, damn.
5.
She's very independent. She is caring, kind. She loves her family. She wants to be in her
cut
own
my hair
home
with a bowl over my head.
as long as she can be.
Okay.
Her independence was uprooted Wednesday night. A tornado ripped her house.
Damn, it really did.
Jane Houston had a bit of luck on her side. Normally, she'd be here in the living room reading or watching TV.
Wow.
But seconds before the tornado hit, she went into the bathroom, which stood up to the strong winds.
The neighbors had pulled her out from the bathroom.
I looked at the house. I don't think a healthy person in their 20s could have survived. And
Why is everybody in this news report so slow?
They're like, hey, Steve, we're going to need 20 fat minutes covered. So if you can just get 5 cameras.
At the house.
The wind
don't think anybody... Get to it, buddy, huh?
She's 105.
You know, this...
How do you explain that?
It's a miracle. I can't tell you how and why, but she survived.
Where were you, asshole?
105-year-old is still in the hospital where she needed surgery on her foot. She's
there she
healing,
is.
And she's also dealing with a badly bruised back. What's she like now?
Old.
She's distressed. She's upset. She keeps thinking, I want to go home, but then she remembers she doesn't have a home anymore.
Oh, that's brutal.
Awful.
Yeah, her house did get walloped by this thing.
That kitchen looks perfect.
The kitchen's still there. You got your microwave still in place, but there's no roof, and that is not great.
Looks like a TV set kitchen.
How is she living by herself? Like, I love that her grandson was like, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, we didn't reach out to her before the tornado and just left her by herself during this crazy storm. But, yeah, it seems to be okay.
105 is pretty old to be functioning on your own, and I hope they get her someplace to stay because she's not going to be staying there that long. So maybe we can make things nice and comfortable for her. I'm sorry. It's just she's 105. What
the way they described like how, she wants to go home, but she doesn't have a home to go home to is how somebody that I knew in high school described it when her house burnt down in a fire. It was like you're homesick, but you'll never go back to that exact, home, all your stuff. Like it's a weird, sad feeling.
Oh, I think I felt one of those pangs. Is it that?
Did
that
you
is
get
one
a
of
pang?
Yeah, I got a little one.
You pang tonight?
I got a tiny little pang out of that one. Okay, here we go. Let's go into it head first. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the news junkie.
Pang Chung was my favorite text in response to that. The honorable mention goes to She Pangs, She Pangs.
Nice. Oh, both of those are good. I like it. Jury duty is, of course, brought to you by Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, that is who you reach out to. It couldn't be easier. When your family or friends are asking, hey, what attorney should I get? Just always say 866-CALL-MO or go to justcallmo.com. There is a man that is going to be executed by the state of Texas, but there's a lot of people that say this guy didn't do anything wrong. Did he, though? Let's see. This is a guy named Robert Roberson. That's his name, Robert Roberson. He's on death row, and he's been convicted, some say wrongfully, for the death of his 2-year-old daughter, Nikki, who police believed was shaken to death. Now, you don't hear too much about this, but shaken baby syndrome was a big thing for a while. That was something that a lot of people talked about, where parents would
and you really got to shake
arrested.
a kid violently.
If you do that, then the kid can die. But they're saying different, so I'm all ears. It says, what happens to a man on death row when the lead detective in the case says he got it wrong? That he's completely convinced of the inmate's innocence and has been begging for the courts, for the governor, or anybody to save that man's life. In Texas so far, nothing. Robert Leslie Roberson remains scheduled to die by lethal injection tomorrow, despite all evidence indicating he was wrongfully convicted in the death of his 2-year-old daughter, Nikki, in 2002. At the time, investigators saw what they wanted to see, shaken baby syndrome. In reality, little Nikki had pneumonia in both lungs. She had pre-existing conditions for which she was prescribed opioids that are now banned for children, and she had undiagnosed sepsis. That's according to Brian Wharton, the former police detective who led the investigation and subsequent arrest of
I know
Roberson.
exactly what case you're talking about now. It's like the one guy who is the reason why he's in jail is the one fighting for him to not get put to death.
Yeah, the lead prosecutor guy.
There's a 60 Minutes
detective
on it or something.
There's a
Or
podcast.
Dateline.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different things that follow this case. And this guy who was the detective that led the investigation said, I was wrong. I didn't see Robert. I didn't hear Robert. I can tell you now he's a good man. He's a kind man. He's a gracious man. He did not do what the state of Texas and I have accused him of. And so they say, how did police get it so wrong? Let's see. Wharton explained a number of misunderstandings and confirmation bias led him to believe Robert Roberson killed his daughter. For one, when Roberson brought Nikki to the hospital, nurses, doctors, and investigators observed that he seemed to be devoid of emotion, something Wharton looked at as a red flag at the time, but now understands as behavior associated with people who are autistic, like Roberson. So he's autistic, and they're wondering, why isn't he displaying any emotion that his daughter is hurt here? I can't tell you how many times that happened growing up, where you would see dads that would like whack their son with the back of their hand and they'll be like, stop acting like a moron.
Right.
Oh, he doesn't know his son is autistic. He thinks he's just goofing around or something. And now we've learned a lot more.
I was
about
acting
these
like a
things.
moron.
I had it coming. They said that emotional charge in the hospital is that there's a 2-year-old girl that's about to die. Somebody did this to her. Who did it? How did it happen? And the first thing you hear is abused, shaken baby syndrome. We just take it and run with it. We find all the facts we need to make it stand up. So investigators completely dismissed Wharton's explanation that among Nikki's other medical problems, she had fallen from her bed that night. The former detective says, Robert is a completely innocent man, and we got it completely wrong because we were looking for the wrong things. So a group of 84 bipartisan Texas lawmakers has urged the state's Board of Pardons and Paroles to recommend clemency out of grave concern that Texas may put him to death for a crime that did not occur. I'd like to see the other side of these arguments, but that's making some sort of case that this guy didn't do it and that he may be put to death tomorrow. So Robert Roberson is going to be a story to watch if maybe something will happen here at the last minute. We shall see. And Vince Mann's accuser has made more allegations in a disturbing court filing. And she has accused Vince McMahon and other defendants of depraved behavior.
Do you need like a music bed to make it easier?
The rap
Do you want something
reports.
sexy? Or?
No.
Okay.
No. According to a statement accompanying the court filing, there was one instance in which Vince McMahon defecated on Miss Grant's head and forced her to continue engaging in a sexual act with another employee.
I just pooped on your head. Ow!
Jeez, man. I don't know if any of this
Nice
is
to
true.
Sabrina, not the police filing or whatever.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I thought that was called the Abe Lincoln, like with the top hat.
Is it supposed to stand up straight like that? Is that what the move is?
Possibly.
Ew.
Well, I don't know if this lady's telling the truth or not.
I mean,
but
that's a very particular instance, you know.
If there is a guy who's into it,
extent?
if there is a guy who's into it, he looks an awful lot like Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon, strange dude.
But I also don't know or trust his bowel movements at that age and after all he's gotten done.
Fritz, did you watch the docuseries on him, the Vince McMahon one?
I did, yeah. All of my buddies that are into wrestling did not watch it, which I thought was strange because I thought that they would want to, check it out. But apparently they all said that they know everything that was in the documentary. I still found a lot of it surprising. For instance, Steve Austin, Stone Cold, does not believe in CTE.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw a clip of that where he was talking about that.
That was crazy.
Yeah, he doesn't believe that CTE is a thing. And
you knock me around enough in the head, I won't believe it either.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've seen some boxers, some wrestlers, and Fritz, I really got some insight myself because I'm not nearly as into it as you are, as how much their bodies actually go through.
Oh, yeah.
And people could say wrestling isn't real all you want. What the damage done to their bodies is real.
I love seeing Bret Hart in that, by the way.
Yes,
He's my dude.
And there was a lot of the old school wrestling footage that I thought was phenomenal, and I am just enthralled, as was America at the time, with everything Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant, just an insane human being. Just looking at him, just like seeing his hands, and watching him wrestle. And then they had this scene, I'm sure you've seen it a million times, Fritz, where Hulk Hogan body slammed Andre the Giant. And watching this going, holy cow.
Yeah, I thought that was amazing how Andre the Giant was filming Princess Bride and Vince flew to him and was like, we need you. And he's like, okay.
He had such a deep voice. So wild. All right, quick break. When we come back, Russell Brand is trying to sell you something. Do you want to buy it? Probably not, but we'll see what it is. And a new rule in school has parents going very, very crazy. What is it? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Why follow Real Radio on Instagram? Because we want to send you to see the Tampa Bay Bucks in an upcoming home game. Each week this NFL season, you have a chance to win tickets. Check our feed at Real Radio 1041 on Instagram.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com. Authorities are working on an accident affecting the express lanes of I-4 westbound near Conroy Road. There's an earlier accident where John Young Parkway meets Tap Vineland Road. Watch out for delays where John Young Parkway meets Vine Street. That intersection is pretty congested. On I-4 this afternoon, there's slowdowns approaching Champions Gate. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's. Any size soft drinks for $1. Wendy's has any size a la carte $1 soft drinks. Coke, Sprite, Strawberry Fanta, whatever you want. Any size soft drink for $1? Gotta be Wendy's. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Exclusions apply.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Shiple Donuts. Now open on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat right after receiving all their vaccines in one trip. This is the sound of treating yourself, because you protected yourself.
Stop by or schedule both your flu and COVID-19 vaccines today and grab yourself a sweet treat while you're at it. Vaccine subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Sam Adams Oktoberfest presents Rocktoberfest, October 25th and 26th at the Central Florida Fairgrounds at the Orlando Amphitheater. Enjoy live music from Hardwired, a Metallica tribute, the Pantera Experience, Talk Dirty to Me, Poison tribute, and the De Leon Band featuring Bavarian heritage music. Plus great food from Hollerbach's German Restaurant and other vendors. The German beer will be flowing. General admission and a limited number of VIP tickets are available now. Get more info at realradio.fm.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will. When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Wawa makes the right handcrafted beverages for the right time. And now, handcrafted beverages are just $3 or $4. Jump out of bed for an iced latte. Take a lunch break for a smoothie. Or celebrate with a late-night milkshake. Wawa makes the right beverages for the right time. Now at an even better price. Get smoothies, lattes, or any handcrafted 16-ounce or 24-ounce beverage for just $3 or $4. Gotta have a Wawa.
Honey, I'm going to Wawa for dinner.
Okay, but Ben wants pizza.
Yep.
And Nick wants a burger and fries.
Right.
Oh, and the twins, they won't touch anything except for mac and cheese.
Exactly. Wawa has something for everyone for dinner, so I only have to make one stop to make everyone happy. So, what do you want?
Well, if you're going to Wawa, I have to have a hoagie.
From burgers to hoagies and everything in between, Wawa has dinner for everyone.
All 2024s must go. It's the model year-end event at Southernland Nissan Orlando. New 2024 Nissans from $18,900. Make no payments till 2025 and 0% interest at Southernland Nissan Orlando, home of the lifetime warranty.
VIN number RL897631. MSRP 20050. VIN number 5104975 plus tax and fees with approved credit.
Discover the unmatched value at Core Flooring Center in Winter Park. Central Florida's prime spot for wood, waterproof laminate, and vinyl planks. Explore our stunning showroom with hundreds of styles. Visit us today or check out coreflooringfl.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, deposit. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
I'm through the newsjunkie.com, and I appreciate you for doing that. Also, if you miss any of the show, get that podcast link and give us a review if you don't mind. So many of you listen to the podcast each day, and if you appreciate it, a review would be a way to show us a little love. So check that out. All the links are available on the newsjunkie.com. I saw a story. We'll get into this Russell Brand stupidity in a moment.
Oh, he's back, huh?
Yeah, oh God, he's back and he's hawking stuff now. It's interesting. We'll get into that. But there's a huge case that's going down right now in the Alabama Supreme Court, and it's about a bunch of these people at a law school that tried to take over with all the PC stuff and DEI and all of those things that you've heard. And the Alabama state that's going up against this school is talking about some of the stuff that happened behind closed doors and things that people wanted to get teachers fired for, et cetera, et cetera. And one piece of this I thought was funny. They said some of that change reflects a growing willingness to challenge ugly behavior that might once have been tolerated. But the people at Michigan also argued to me that the school's DEI efforts had fostered a culture of grievance. Everyday campus complaints and academic disagreements, professors and students told me, were cast as crises of inclusion and harm, each demanding administrative intervention. So they're just saying that on campus, the very political people, like the hyper-political people, they started to weaponize this stuff and complain about each different thing that they could complain about, saying it was harmful. At the law school, they said, some students demanded that a professor be fired for referring to two students who were both named Zoo and sat right next to each other in class as left zoo and right zoo. And the teacher started calling these kids by left zoo and right zoo.
Because they knew that if they said Zoo 1 and Zoo 2, that someone was going to get upset. So that makes sense.
Left zoo and right zoo is too much. Another class derailed when the professor asked a white student to read aloud from a 1950s court decision containing the word Negro. And there's just all sorts of stuff coming out in this about what happened at these college campuses. But I'll tell you, it's not entirely new. This is a part of people's lives when you go to college and you're super hyper political. And when I was younger, before I knew much about the world, I got into all these types of things for a little while myself. I had dumb stuff written on the walls of my room.
You know what's funny? I was reading a paper when I was like 18, so back in 2003-ish, and I saw that they had in the Orange County courtroom or whatever, they had a free meeting of the John Birch Society. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go down to the John Birch Society. So, like, the first thing I ever did, as an 18-year-old adult, just graduated high school, and I'm surrounded by all of these old white guys. I'm like, I don't think this is for me.
What am I into here? Yeah, this is just kind of something that takes place when people are young and they think they've unlocked the secrets to the world. I used to have on my walls, like, murder the government. If the opposite of con is pro, isn't the opposite of Congress progress? All these kind of things, like left-wing punk kid stuff. Because I was a kid. I didn't know much about nuance in the world, and I was trying to figure those things out. The problem is when you start taking people seriously and give them power when they have these crazy, stupid ideas. That's where the problem comes in. Somebody responded to this with another experience back in the late 90s.
It was right zoo, wasn't it?
No, it was somebody in the comment section that posted about Amanda Brown, who is the woman behind Legally Blonde. And she published Legally Blonde in 2001 about her experiences at Stanford Law School. And she said she was obsessed with fashion and beauty, reading Elle magazine and fighting with the personalities of her peers. Brown said when she first arrived at Stanford, she discovered she made a big mistake. I was in my first week of law school in 1993, and I saw this flyer for the Women of Stanford Law. So I was like, I'll go meet some girls or whatever. I went to the meeting, and these people were not women. They were really angry people. The woman who was leading it spent 3 years at Stanford trying to change the name semester to Ovester. I started laughing and realized everybody in the room took it very seriously, so I didn't make any friends there. This is a type of college student that, again, just takes everything super serious, very, very political, weaponizes victimhood. You just don't listen to them. That's what we should do. They took to listening to too many of them, I believe. All right, Russell Brand. Let's talk about him. Let me see if I can find this video, because he's now selling a magical amulet right now. This is where Russell Brand is down to selling amulets.
Speaking of the opposite of that, trying to make money off being a victim of cancel culture.
Mm-hmm.
Very true. What's an amulet?
An amulet's like a necklace. Power. Usually it's like a stone.
The crystal stuff. Okay.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. So I don't even know.
I was thinking a vial of some sort of potion, but
usually bright blue and sparkly.
I don't even know what Russell Brand is. So Russell Brand, I used to just see as a hippie. I used to see him as like a hippie type. And now he's very anti-establishment. I think he's gone Christian as of late. And he's hawking stuff because you got to sell the things. I hope he doesn't curse in
Christians
this.
love to buy.
This is his promo video for this amulet that he's selling. This is the real deal. And hopefully he doesn't curse. Here we go. He's coming out of the woods in this, actually, literally.
Hello, I'm just back from Narnia, where I had a holiday, Mr. Tumnus, Aslan, all those guys. And as you know, airports are places full of Wi-Fi and all sorts of evil energies. Think of all the phones out there, all of the signals, corruptible and corrupting.
So he's saying the airports are full of Wi-Fi and all sorts of bad energies, and you need to buy the amulet.
Luckily, I wear this magical amulet from Airstech that keeps me safe from all of the various signals out there. It also means, look at this, look how strong I am. I think this is making me more powerful, as a matter of fact. Look at that. This stuff is absolutely packed with Airstech. I didn't even bring any socks.
Can we lower the music bed a little bit?
He has to ramp it up.
Jesus.
He's delivering this with the speed of somebody who is on his 27th take and just wants to get it the F over with.
Yeah, this is a flat fee vibe because it's not by Russell Brand. It's just endorsed by.
An amulet. Bro, to bring yourself to selling a magical amulet, it costs $240 for the record.
Yeah, he's a snake oil salesman.
How much is he making?
Yeah, it costs like $4 to make.
I don't know how much he makes, but it says he's selling a magical amulet that protects you from Wi-Fi signals and other evil energies at $239 per amulet.
What an asshole, dude.
So if you want one, go ahead and get one of those things out there. It'll protect you from the Wi-Fi. That would make you, what was it? Was it the Walt's brother on Breaking Bad that was scared of all the energies outside in the world?
Oh, yeah, Michael McKean's character.
Yeah.
No, that's Better Call Saul.
Oh, Better Call Saul. Yeah, he
I
was,
guess the same universe, but yeah.
Was he agoraphobic, that character, or was he just scared of the
He claimed to be allergic to electrical fields or energy fields, electromagnetic pulse even. But it might have just been a whole mental thing.
But he was a genius attorney, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And it had to get him out of there. That was
when you were going Breaking Bad, I thought you were going towards Hank, who had the collection of the wife kept calling him rocks, and he's like, they're minerals.
Hank was into that?
Yeah,
that doesn't seem like Hank.
When he was after he got attacked by the cartel, and he was in the hospital for a while. And he got into like minerals and collecting different rocks and stones in a big way.
One of my favorite voices, just anywhere in the celebrity world, is the guy that plays, I think, Mike. Is that who it is? In Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. That guy's voice is so good. I could listen to him say almost anything.
The old timer who beats the hell out of people.
Does he? Oh yeah. Oh, you mean in real life or in the show?
Mike Ehrmantraut?
Yeah.
In the show. So in Better Call Saul, the dude that played Hamlin, the actor who was also the teacher from Saved by the Bell, the college years.
He reminds me so much of like the iHeart higher ups. You know, they're like, listen, just be, think about this, all right? And like, they're not evil until like you see it from their point of view, and they're like, they were just like the voice of reality, really.
He plays a real hateable guy, but as an actor, he did a bunch of interviews, and he does a badass impression of the Jonathan Banks, the actor that plays Mike Ehrmantraut, because he was telling a story about how he got super excited that they were renewed for the 3rd season. He calls up John Banks. He's like, "Hey, we got renewed for the 3rd season." And he goes, and he says to me, "Listen, we know I make it to Breaking Bad. We know Bobby makes it to Breaking Bad. But you and Seahorn and Mando, we don't know what happens to you guys. So save your money." And he did it. I mean, he did spot on, and I was like, "That's hilarious."
The character. Oh, this is basically dudes on dudes right now. We have to.
We are. Sabrina, you there?
Hey, sorry, I was just taking a nap.
Let's go to Bob O, who has a dispatch about Fritz. Let's see what he says.
Hey, junkies, what's going on?
Hey.
This is so random, but I had to point this out. I wonder if anyone else is hearing this. The guy who does the traffic updates, I think his name is James Birmingham or something.
Mm-hmm.
He sounds just like Fritz. I don't know why. That's what I hear. I'm almost thinking that it is Fritz.
Yeah, I've gotten that before.
I don't know. Let me know what you guys think.
I hadn't noticed that at all.
I think because I mentioned that I do traffic for Baltimore, and people think in the radio business, traffic is like what we call Total Traffic Network. And I think people go, "Oh, that's Fritz." But
also, for the longest time, he was saying his first and last name so quickly together that it sounded like James Birmingham. And someone must have said something to him. So, no, it's
I gotta tell you, I did traffic a long time ago, actual traffic, like the traffic reports.
Yeah.
For iHeart in West Palm Beach. And when you would do them, you would be on all of the iHeart stations when they had their traffic updates.
Are you just like constantly recording, like every couple of minutes?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
I think you're supposed to do like a couple an hour.
Yeah, we did. I think we did one every 15 minutes or 20 minutes, something like that. And I go, "Okay, I'm ready to do this," because they ask, "Would you be interested? Can you help us out? Can you do traffic reports?" I said, sure, I can do that. And I said, "All right, well, somebody going to teach me how to do this?" And the guy goes, "Here's the script that I have," and you just plug in the street names. And he goes, "We just use this website that shows where there's traffic backups."
Yeah.
And I go, "We don't have like our own intelligence or anything coming in here, just on a public website that everybody could see."
Duh.
And it was just like us going to traffic.com. That's not it, but it's something like as easy as that.
We used to have at this building when I first interned, like a traffic reporting like station room. They had TVs and they had police scanners.
Smoked inside.
They had all kinds of stuff.
Down.
But and they actually, you said it was like one traffic report for every station. They did one for each one, and it was like they would like copy and paste and then have like, this is your real radio traffic. This is your this or that traffic.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got rid of that.
Can you send me that website? I'm going to just put a whole bunch of fake news reports. So, like, the next one's like, we have reports of a giant monkey on the loose.
That is not Fritz in the traffic reports, but now I'll listen with a different ear as that goes off again. Here's 6 Foot Short with a dispatch for us.
All the people that complain about the smell of pot, acting like they weren't smoking in the airplanes and the restaurants and doing all that with a family of 4 sitting right next to them while they scarfing it down and let me get a chocolate chip pancakes, no yellow stains, please.
Yeah, those were different times. People
Yellow
are
stains
against that from all this smoking. Yeah, I don't know if this is like a commonly held thing or not, but I hear a lot of the people that say, "I don't want the smell of weed out everywhere." I don't think that's what this amendment is about, but there's a lot of people who are reacting to it, so let's hear from another one. Here's Square Slinger with the dispatch.
What's up, junkies? All this nonsense whining about the smell that Amendment 3 is going to bring is just ridiculous. It's written right into the bill that you're not supposed to smoke it in public. So I don't think the smell is going to be any different than what it already is right now with medical. Yeah, there'll probably be a few moments at the very beginning where everybody's excited because weed's legalized and they're all happy. But most of us take an edible form of it, which you'll never know. So it's probably going to happen. Quit your whining, live your life, and leave everybody alone.
Actually,
see ya.
It's an interesting thing. I have never thought of this before. What is the breakdown? Is this information available anywhere on what people buy? Do more people buy edibles when they go to a dispensary, or do more people buy the actual plant that they're going to smoke?
I've been thinking about this too. I think the first time, bi-curious, crowd would probably buy something they could eat, and then I think over time, it might even out.
California, first time I went into a dispensary, that's what I did. That was anything that I was like, I bought the tea, I bought the patches, I bought the oil, I bought the, cookie, brownie, gummy, just because I could actually consume it. It was not the flour version of it. I would say it's probably pretty even. It's what you like.
Okay. I'm looking at this. This is from FlowHub. I don't know if we can trust that or not, but let's try. It says, in 2021, flour made up less than 59% of total sales, while concentrates and edibles increased in popularity at 24 and 11%, respectively. So that would be 35% for edibles. And then concentrates is like liquid form or something? Or
like dabbing, probably.
Dabs or vapes.
Okay, so that's what they're spending their money on out there. What do you think about it? Let us know. We'll go to your dispatches just like this one. Here is a Swilly with a video dispatch.
Hey, everybody. Happy today.
Hey!
So I thought I'd take a video dispatch and show off my super cool new company work truck. Got these upgraded over the weekend. They are 2024 Toyota Tacomas. I always play Game of Magnets. But I can't.
Oh, no. The new work truck isn't metallic enough? You can't stick things to this? What about the back of it? What's it called? The tailgate?
For some reason, the entire bed is not magnetic.
Oh, I bet it's because... No, it couldn't be this. Thought out. I was going to say it's because it's going to be full of pool chemicals, so maybe it was made out of something that was less likely to get eaten up by all those chemicals. But I don't think they thought about it.
Maybe just the wrapping is too thick to get that attraction from the magnet.
It could be. You're going to have to glue it on there like everybody else, okay? That's what people do. When it doesn't stick on, you got to put some caulk on there, really affix it to your vehicle.
Please pull that.
When we come back, we're going to get to something that's happening in high schools that has parents up in arms, I assure you. Plus, what's on your mind, because that's important. I want to see what you have on your brain, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Monday Night Football. The Baltimore Ravens versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Want to go? We have 2 chances for you to win tickets to the game. Go to realradio.fm/contest for your shot to win and enter for a second pair of tickets on our Instagram at realradio1041. Fire the cannons.
Move over and slow down. Authorities are clearing up an accident on the express lanes of I-4 westbound near Conroy Road. Traffic is slowing down through the city on I-4 westbound between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. You could expect delays on I-4 in the Champions Gate area. Just travel with caution on the roadways this afternoon. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa handcrafted beverages are just $3 or $4. From iced lattes to smoothies to a late-night milkshake. Get any handcrafted 16 or 24-ounce beverage for just $3 or $4. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hey, what's good, guys? This is Angel from the Monsters. You guys know I love to cook on my Big Green Egg. Why? It's impressive, and everything turns out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go to Wassy's Meat Market and get a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories, everything that you need. They have the classroom set up so you can teach you the basic techniques on the Big Green Egg and advanced techniques on the Big Green Egg as well. When you get the Big Green Egg from Wassy's Meat Market, there's a lifetime guarantee, so check them out. It's Wassy's Meat Market. Check them on Instagram or go to their website, wassysmeatmarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassy's Meat Market.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life. In Office Orlando.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shiple Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shiple Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
How long have you been thinking about going solar? With power bills soaring higher and higher than ever, it's time to think about what you can save instead of what you're spending. Each year you wait, you could be losing thousands. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. man, isn't it time you own your own power or solar source? With over 40 years in business, Solar Source has over 60,000 installations right here in Central Florida. They've had the same phone number since 1984. It's no wonder this company is the one I trust. I started with a pool heater solar, and now I'm thrilled that Solar Source has a pay-as-you-go system. I can save monthly, and it starts at $99. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
Hey, Orlando, get ready for your real estate journey with Nickley's Believe It or Not. Did you know the Nickley Group sells the most homes in Central Florida? They actually sell one every 9.7 hours. The Nickley Group sells homes twice as fast and for 6% more on average.
Yeah, that's approximately $25,000 more for your home.
Why? Because the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty does real estate differently.
Don't believe me? Google them.
They have over 3,000 five-star reviews. Get your own dedicated team of local experts and experience the difference. For a guaranteed cash offer on your home today, call the Nickley Group. Visit thenickley.com.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, October 26th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Can you imagine buying a TV or a car, using it for a year or two, and then taking it back to trade it in for a new model, and the retailer gives you a full refund plus an extra 10% toward the new one? Yeah, never happened, right? But it does happen at International Diamond Center with our 110% diamond upgrade guarantee. It works like this. When you buy any diamond at IDC and keep it for at least a year, we'll give you back 110% of your original purchase when you decide to upgrade to a larger stone. For example, you buy a diamond today for $5,000. When it's time to upgrade, IDC will give you $5,500 toward the new diamond. That's guaranteed 10% appreciation when you trade up. Think about it. IDC will give you more than you paid us for the first diamond. This is for any engagement ring center stone, as well as all diamond solitaire pendants and all diamond stud earrings. You get 10% more value when you trade up. Just another example of how we stand behind everything we sell. International Diamond Center. Get locations, directions, and store hours at shopidc.com.
Wawa makes the right handcrafted beverages for the right time. And now, handcrafted beverages are just $3 or $4. Jump out of bed for an iced latte. Take a lunch break for a smoothie. Or celebrate with a late-night milkshake. Wawa makes the right beverages for the right time. Now at an even better price. Get smoothies, lattes, or any handcrafted 16-ounce or 24-ounce beverage for just $3 or $4. Gotta have a Wawa.
Honey, I'm going to Wawa for dinner.
Okay, but Ben wants pizza.
Yep.
And Nick wants a burger and fries.
Right.
Oh, and the twins, they won't touch anything except for mac and cheese.
Exactly. Wawa has something for everyone for dinner, so I only have to make one stop to make everyone happy. So, what do you want?
Well, if you're going to Wawa, I have to have a hoagie.
From burgers to hoagies and everything in between, Wawa has dinner for everyone.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Torres volley! What a goal!
Orlando City's back at home for their final regular season match as your Lions take on Atlanta on Saturday, October 19th at 6 p.m., presented by Publix. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com or tune in on Real Radio 104.1 and watch on any device on the Apple TV app. Don't forget to tune in an hour before the match at 5 p.m. to catch Kickoff -60 airing exclusively on the Lion Nation app.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, October 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's deatakeback.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, deposit. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
The show that takes you from Skywall Summer to Jack Rocket Ball.
They are currently in the process of being printed and will be shipped out very, very soon. So thank you for your patience on that. We'll make sure everybody is all set up in the next week or so. C-Lane, I didn't recognize this name, but you're saying you've heard of this MTV VJ that's in this news story?
Ananda?
Yeah, I don't remember Ananda Lewis.
Yeah,
Ananda Lewis.
She was on there for a while. I think she was on BET as well, but she... Well, I don't know if she was ever attached specifically to a show. Like Carson Daly had Total Request and TRL, and like Dave Holmes had his shows. Like there were people that had specific things, but I think she was just like VJ, like in the middle of certain things.
She looks familiar to me, but she looks like somebody from The Real World or something. I'm not sure if I remember her being a MTV VJ, but Ananda Lewis is her name. And she's in the news because she said her breast cancer has metastasized and is now stage 4, which obviously is not great. And Ananda Lewis is 51 years old. Ananda Lewis is 51 years old. She previously shared she'd been diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer in 2020, and she refused mammograms for years due to a fear of radiation exposure. Man, isn't that a bitch? When you have people who go, I'm not going to get mammograms. I don't want to expose my body to that radiation. And you go, hey, a tiny bit of radiation exposure could have helped you from getting cancer.
Well, she also refused a double mastectomy.
Yeah, they wanted her to do a double mastectomy following her diagnosis, and she said, I'm going to fight this off myself. And here's what Ananda Lewis said. She said, my plan at first was to get out excessive toxins in my body. I felt like my body is intelligent. I know that to be true. Our bodies are brilliantly made. I decided to keep my tumor and try to work it out of my body in a different way. Looking back on that, I go, you know what? Maybe I should have gotten the double mastectomy, she's saying. And she said,
that's a bitch.
Now it's really,
you have
really
to
tough.
live out your last days in regret, essentially. Like the what if. That's just looming over you.
There's a lot of people like this, though. There's a lot of, what do you call, I don't know what to call them. People who very much go the natural. Yeah, holistic. That's a good word, Fritz. These holistic types who spurn any kind of traditional medical remedies and oftentimes want to pursue something else.
And they usually have a quicker end.
Yes, they do. And I believe Steve Jobs did that, I think. Because when Steve Jobs got cancer, I think for a while he was trying everything under the sun, all this strange holistic stuff to keep himself alive. And then eventually you hit the end of the road and you realize, the folks
Steve Jobs had other things. Like when he was hospitalized with his cancer, they would try to give him stuff or devices to try and make his situation better. And he's like, I don't like the way that's designed, so I don't want it.
That's crazy, but that's true. That's how his brain worked, And
like if he used a stylus, he wouldn't like
it. when he got cancer and started to try all these alternative things, he really thought they were going to work. Of course, as many of these people do. But some people go, I don't know. This is kind of hard to explain. My mom, for instance, okay? My mom had breast cancer, and this was a long time ago, in the very early 2000s, maybe. She had breast cancer, and she had the operations and did everything they told her to do and had chemo, and she beat it, and then her cancer was in remission. And then when her cancer came back, my mom knew full well what would happen, but she was like, I don't want to go through all that again. I don't want to go through the chemotherapy. I don't want to do this. So she just didn't want to do all those things that she knew it was going to do to her body.
I feel like then, that's a choice. She already she tried it, went through it, and, your body's telling you one thing.
Yeah, and she just didn't think it was worth it. And I guess sometimes people do this to different extremes. One of them being, no, these holistic things, that's what I'm going to do. And all the traditional doctors are telling them, no, you have to do that. You got to go this way. And these are all very personal decisions. But in her case, this MTV VJ is now not doing so well. She says, I'm forever grateful for the willingness to have this conversation with me, to open up for the world. If we could just get one woman to get their mammogram because of this conversation, I want everybody to live long, healthy lives, says the 51-year-old. And there she goes. So we wish her the best. Meanwhile, at a school, I tease this, so let's pay it off real quick. I don't get this. Don't know why they're doing this. This seems like a dumb idea. But you guys remember the hall pass back in school. Not the hall pass as an adult, but the hall pass when you were in school, when you asked the teacher.
I got neither of those.
Can I go to the restroom? And the teacher says yes. Sometimes there was a dumb-sized hall pass that would make you feel like an idiot walking down the hallway with this big, large thing.
We never spare had that. Tire that's 42 pounds.
A clipboard.
Yeah.
Like, it's impossible to use the bathroom with that, especially when you have to put it somewhere.
Yeah.
Where do I
Probably
put this thing?
Too, now that I think about it.
I'm on my period. Thank you. Yeah, this is mortifying.
Now, that way, when we were going down the hallway, it was obvious to any other teachers that we were allowed to be out there roaming the hallways. We've all had this. But it's 2024, people. So now we got to upgrade. And at this high school in Huntington Beach, students must download an app and scan a QR code if they want to leave the classroom. The newly implemented system works when a student scans the code to exit the classroom for whatever reason, including using the bathroom, visits to the nurse's office, the library, or the school wellness center. The QR codes then track how long they're gone for, and students must scan in again when they return. The principal, Daniel Morris, told the newspaper, the policy has been implemented for student safety. He said the new QR code system is not strict, but rather serves as guidelines that students should follow. I thought we were trying to get the phones out of the schools. You're then relying on all of the students having phones if they have to scan a QR code to go to the bathroom or to have a hall pass. That seems to be working backwards. And from everything that I've seen...
God, I can't tell you how many times. So I was like, I'm going to use the bathroom. But there's
skip the whole class?
10 minutes or 15 minutes or maybe 30 minutes left in the class.
And
then I don't come back.
Yeah.
So I have to go to the next class. Duh.
So 14-year-old Sabrina's smoking a cigarette, blowing it out the idiot out the bathroom windows.
Suckers. I get it. I get that people would want to do this because then you can keep track of the kids. But maybe there's another way to keep track of them that doesn't involve them having to have cell phones to get out of the class. The cell phones are distracting to them. And every time they take them out of the classrooms, the kids perform better.
There has to be another device that you can scan out and it would still time.
Yeah,
I mean, like the restaurant buzzers.
It couldn't be that expensive to get something like this. And then you got to juggle, is it important enough to you to make sure these kids are not spending so much time out of the classroom? They said, my problem with this is sometimes the bathrooms are closed and sometimes we don't have enough time for the 7-minute time limit we get.
What happens after 7 minutes? It explodes?
Boom.
They chop off one of your hands.
That's it. You're done for. We get marked as truant, absent, or being late to the class. It's definitely unfair when you're trying to use the restroom. What do you think? 7 minutes? Wait, this is a hard question to ask us because guess what, folks? Guess how many minutes we get? 7 during the commercial breaks. If it's a big commercial break, we get about 7 minutes.
Oh, man. On Saturdays, I have 3.5 minutes if it's really urgent.
Yep. If you got to go during this next one, you got less than 4 minutes. You gotta run.
I can bulk it up.
You gotta make that happen.
Depends on what you're doing. How far is the bathroom?
I want to make it worthwhile next time.
Are you screaming corner as you're taking corners? If you run into somebody, add another minute and a half.
At work, if you had to go right now, it's at least 2 minutes, right? It's going to be.
If I had to go right now as a woman with jeans on, I think that I could make it, but I am kind of cutting down the time of the hand wash and dry.
Right. You got to rapidly do those
Number
things.
Number 2's out of the question.
Yeah, that takes too long. That's why this happens to these young kids. Yeah? Always? There's been times, though. There's been times late. When we come back from the break and I go, where is he? Oh, I see. I know what's going on. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to do the final dispatches. We got some good ones lined up. The stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s.
forecast for the rest of our Wednesday. And for today, we are going to be expecting cooler temperatures to settle in, especially after lunchtime. Temperatures will eventually dip down into the 60s with overnight lows dipping down into the mid and upper 50s for most spots. A low of 59 degrees in Orlando tomorrow morning, so be sure to grab the jacket and hoodie out of the closet and have it ready for tomorrow morning. Otherwise, a high tomorrow of 75 degrees.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Get immersed in new worlds and ideas with Audible. Explore an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals, all in one easy app. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
As storm season heats up, your Better Business Bureau reminds you to make a list now of trusted professionals. If you need help after a hurricane, who will you trust? Protect your home and family by choosing licensed, reputable professionals. Turn to bbb.org to find a better business.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. It's October, Halloween is here, but the real goblins, the real boogers, the spider webs, and the witch's brews can be inside your body without you even knowing. That's why it's so important for you to get over to Life Imaging FLA and take advantage of their free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. Guys, there's no question that early detection saves lives, and being proactive instead of reactive is a much better plan. Take a few minutes and get that peace of mind through prevention. Life Imaging FLA can do that. If not for yourself, do it for your loved ones. And remember, this entire process only takes a few minutes. No dyes, no injections, and you don't even have to take your clothes off. And it's easy to make your appointment. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. Guys, make that appointment today. Make this the year you finally take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Hey, welcome to Total Wireless. How can I help you?
Oh, my phone is panicking. It thinks I'm trading it in.
No worries. At Total Wireless, you get 50% off the Total 5G Unlimited plan when you keep your phone.
Really? 50% off and I get to keep my phone? Wow.
Yep, that's as low as $25 per month for one line when you sign up for AutoPay.
Visit your Total Wireless store today. Restrictions apply. Compatible device required. Available exclusively online and in Total Wireless retail stores.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors.
Use as directed. VapoStick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations for you to explore right now, like Coffee Shop Radio.
Bad habits lead to you. Yeah, they were all yellow.
Just search Coffee Shop Radio and listen now on your free iHeart app. Free.
For an office near you.
The kind of crew who types the word functioning in bold, italic, and underline.
And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. Hey, Fritz, it's always good to see you. Thank you for hanging out with us today.
Dude, thank you so much for having me. I can't express enough in the most beautiful words, everything that you've done for me and Fort Fritz and the real Fritz and, just okay. So thank you for being in my life.
Oh, a pleasure. We really enjoy spending time with you, and everybody should spend some time with some Fort Fritz action. How many episodes are we up to on the new string of these now?
We just released today chapter 6. There are 2 more remaining, and then the episode or the season is a wrap just in time for Halloween. So the last one will drop on the 30th, and then everyone can hear and listen and experience the finale of my late Uncle Felix and his death grip on all of us.
All right, check that out wherever you get podcasts. Search for Fort Fritz. You're going to have a good time, guaranteed. Okay, what do we have to do before we wrap everything up here? Oh, if you didn't hear earlier, we're for right now at least, we're not going to be doing the Halloween live broadcast. That is on ice right now for various behind the scenes reasons. And we didn't do anything wrong. We didn't get in troubles, nothing like that. It's just some stuff, and we're trying to see if we can salvage that, or we'll maybe do some online stuff.
Management didn't make us do it somewhere that was dry.
Right. Yeah, that would have been a lot harder a broadcast if we don't drink
We would have
it
found
all.
a way.
Yeah, we would have had to sneak in some stuff. I know you guys got some flasks or something that we could use to get in some stuff in that emergency situation. All right, let's do the final dispatches before we get the hell out of here. Here we go.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
I walked out there, and Courtney goes, Primrose Lanes is on DoorDash. And I said, oh, okay, that's cool. And I said, how did you know that? She goes, sometimes I go on there and just see what's happening. See what's I was like, you just go on DoorDash and browse the
She
new
wants that hot dog, man.
Now, next time you go out, you're going to get that 3-tiered thing that she begged for during the Super Bowl. Right there in your living room.
It looked delectable, but yeah, she just browses. She just goes and sees if there's any new offerings up on DoorDash.
Delicious
Sometimes
treats.
Yeah, some delicious treats are there sometimes. Let's see what we got here on the way out with these final dispatches. Flip is talking about the weather. All right.
So for me, if we're going in on the commercials between segments,
oh boy,
the news guy, I didn't catch the similarity of Fritz. I'll have to listen harder, but I thought the guy was going to go in on the, I think not traffic guy. What the heck is he? He's like news or weather.
Mm-hmm.
And between every sentence, he takes a really strong, deep breath. And it's like he is only living on about 10% oxygen in his life. And if he's got a legitimate problem, I hate to make fun of him, but it's so distracting. You know, every between every sentence, he's, and then he pauses, and then he'll talk some more about the whatever is going on in the world, and then he's...
How dare you, sir?
He thinks before he
has things.
speaks.
He's taking his time. He's making sure he's accurate with
right,
his
Fritzy?
delivery.
Yeah, it's like everyone on NPR, they've got those, Neumann microphones, and you can hear them go...
You can hear him blink.
Yeah, you really can.
It's crazy.
I find that to be one of the weirdest things. It's kind of interesting how...
it's crazy. They don't have distortion really on that station.
No,
though. When
no,
you listen to it, there's not a lot of overcompression modulation or whatever.
I wouldn't know, Fritz.
And if you looked at all of the morning shows from like the 90s or something, you would have all of these shows that were trying to be Howard Stern. The guys were trying to sound like Howard Stern. They were trying to do all the same stuff, right? But at NPR, it's a different thing. Like it's at NPR, it's all about that very natural release of your voice.
Almost put you to sleep. If
It's not even really that natural to me. It's not how I talk to people.
I can't talk like that. I don't think I can do
I also, but because of, I believe my years doing radio and having headphones on, listening to my voice in a microphone, cannot talk in a loud setting.
No.
Like bar, if it's louder, no way in the club. But I'm just like, I know my voice is not carrying right now. So forget what I'm saying.
You get frustrated.
I'll text you, even though I'm 4 feet away from you.
Yeah, I do that more in the house than anything. And I've seen some memes on this, so maybe this happens more often. But I swear to God, when Courtney and I are trying to talk, we'll be on one end of the house or the other. And she'll be like, she'll start saying something to me. I go, what? I say what around this house so much.
Same.
And she'll go, your ears are garbage because you do the radio show. And I say, it's not my ears. I
Use
can
the
hear all
intercom system I installed. Thank you.
Scream. Please scream at me, all right? Here's Leslie Joe with the last dispatch today.
I know this is a little out of the blue, but I've been missing my dog lately, and recently I saw Sean give his dog lady some Cheetos out of like a Cheeto thing, and that was the most adorable thing ever. So I would really like to see more dog in the next couple days, and maybe if the dog ate Cheetos or cheese balls, I'm here for it.
I'll see if I can arrange that
That's
for
very
you.
cute.
More dog.
I'm sorry about your loss, by the way, too. That's very hard.
Rest
I
in
know.
peace, Papa.
Are you still 3-dogging it?
No, it left the other day. They went home the other day. That was when they were freaking out. Oh, you weren't here. When Courtney was getting everything ready to get them out of here, the dogs knew they were leaving, and they just started going crazy outside the studio, like just barking, and they were going bananas. You could hear it and everything. Let's do the stories that didn't make the cut. Brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage.
Those guys are the best. Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving, from packing to delivery. They got it covered. They're going to, if you're just moving a short distance like I did, they still take just as much meticulous care of your stuff, and they can do all the heavy lifting like for real. And they're going to do it well. They're going to do it professionally, and they're going to do it very fast, which was great for us. So for your next move, choose the movers who will meet your needs. CentoMoving.com, CENTO Moving.com.
A Maryland-based insurance agency announced, I can't even get to the NPR level. I can't even.
You have to turn up the gain, and it's a bit.
Oh, that's what they're doing.
And you got to get.
Yeah.
It's deep. It's almost ASMR. And the pauses are so uncomfortable.
It's excruciating.
I hate it.
It hurts. So this was about this Baltimore Ravens fan who was an absolute asshole, and he attacked these random people who had Commanders jerseys. And the person has been fired, according to the Maryland-based insurance agency that he worked for. But we still
He's lost his job at the insurance agency that he was working for after some very unpleasant interactions with Washington Commanders fans.
We still don't have any charges against this guy. Charge the guy. His profile currently says chairman and CEO at the Krusty Krab. So that's what he's doing work-wise now. And election prediction markets are bringing in billions. Yes, that's billions with a B. Billions of dollars. People are betting whether they think Trump or Kamala Harris is going to win the election. I saw a billboard, and I could not believe that it was real. I think this is real. Let me bring it up if you guys have never seen this before.
Heartbeat starts at...
Yeah. It says Link NYC. Those are live bets for who they think is going to win the presidency.
That's weird.
And there's a lot of money.
Yes, we legalized it.
Yeah, it says, yes, we legalized it. Bet on the election. And there's somebody betting $6,061 for Trump, $849 for Harris, $130 for Harris. Overall, Trump 56%, Harris 44%. But legal betting on these like moving live billboards, it's crazy. Let's leave everybody in peace and say goodbye to you. Here we go. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Wednesday, October 16th, 2024. Today I learned one of the guys from this band. Village People. The Village People is correct. Glenn Hughes, an American singer who was the original Leatherman character in the disco group The Village People, was put down in his grave wearing his leather outfit in Farmingdale, New York.
Why not?
Assless chaps forever, baby.
Might as well go down that way.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine if they excavated it?
And he still got those
skeleton
suckers
with
on.
leather on? Weird.
In the movie Scream in 1996, there's a section in the credits for Scream where it says, "No thanks whatsoever to the Santa Rosa City School District and Governing Board because they revoked their permissions to film there at the last minute, costing the production $350,000.
Wow.
So hence the middle finger to Santa Rosa City School District Governing Board right at the end in those credits. People with schizophrenia are more likely to get gray or white hair at a young age, as young as 30 years old, which seems kind of crazy, but
Weird.
There you are. And today I learned
Steve Martin.
this guy right here.
Rob Thomas.
Santana.
Oh, Santana is the one I was looking for.
Savvy.
Carlos Santana revealed to Rolling Stone magazine that he was contacted by the Archangel Metatron and told how to create his next album, Supernatural. It went on to win 12 Grammys, including Album of the Year, went 15 times platinum, and charted #1 in 10 countries, selling 30 million copies. Thanks a lot, Metatron. You did it. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com.